All these bro niggas call me throw down. And I told him pour up, no show up. She was sipping on the drink on throw up. And my bro, he moving coke, no cold. She said on that gang, that's your wifey. Baby, it's no use that politely. Cut these hundreds and fifties excite me. Got a new second whip when we switching them lanes. Running through the bands, what we do for the game. Shorty want class, so she fuck for the fame. Look at my eyes, man, I swear I won't change. Losing my mom, and I swear I can't think. Took all the love and she throwing the sink. Got me losing my mom, and I swear I can't think. Got my little bro and he rolling the stain. Fuck with 100, I got her range. Ain't too long back when these bitches ain't need me. Now she my thot, said she can't wait to see me. Mama just cussed, said we up on the T.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know if that's copyrighted music, keep it a G. I'm not even gonna lie. Hey, bruh, he deserved the money pot, and I ain't gonna lie, that's one of the best songs. But I'm gonna be reacting to some videos. To be honest, I don't even know what video I'm gonna be reacting to, but I'm supposed to be doing a podcast real soon, and I was gonna live stream it. Might as well, right? I'm gonna hit my man's back real quick. Just tell my guy I'm ready now. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yo, one thing that I do a lot, and I don't really talk about this a lot, but I put polls on my community tab. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but like a lot of the times, you feel me, I don't really agree with a lot of stuff that's like popular. For example, to be honest, I don't even really vote on these. This one got 16,000. All right, if Itachi never got sick, could he have surpassed Madara? First things first, chat. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna probably say, yeah. Sensational. I don't have a server. I just have a Discord. So I join other people's servers, and of course I talk to people one on one and sometimes in group settings. But I don't really have a server myself. I don't really use Discord a lot. So that's pretty much why. Oh, I asked this. What are some matchups you guys want to see? Let me do a video on it because I'm gonna release a playlist. It's kind of difficult to actually explain, but I'm gonna release like probably like 5 to 6 versus videos, probably even 7 versus videos, probably in like the same day, and people are actually giving me ideas about it. So this guy right here pretty much says Sasuke versus Jubi Dara. Well, I don't even know how people pronounce that, but Madara when he was 10 Tails Jinchuriki. To keep it a G, I'll probably do all forms of Sasuke. All forms of adult Sasuke, put it like that. But Sasuke with the Rinnegan and Sasuke without the Rinnegan, I think that right there would be something interesting. Discord out here jumping. Oh, free game actually calling.
Well,
You.
alright, yeah, I can hear you. Hold on, I got my speakers up. Let me turn that down.
All right, true.
Yo.
I'm chilling. I was just going over the because I put out a community post, and I asked people what matchups they wanted me to see. Because I told you about
Hold up. Because I wasn't recording. I was just calling. Hold on, my bad. And you started right off.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh no. I'm actually live streaming right now. So I'm chilling. Yeah, so I'm chilling. Like I just started, so I'm chilling, talking to the chat.
Well, hold on.
Real quick.
Let me see the stream.
Yeah, so Sensational said, "Oh, it's on my burner. It's like 5 people in here. Thankful for all 5 of you guys.
All good.
I didn't share it or nothing or tweet out nothing. But my guy said, so
you didn't let me know.
Nah, yeah. So this is like something brand new. This is like still in the trial period. I'm not even completely sure if I can actually live stream. So everybody that's here, you guys are lucky. But Sensational basically said, so you're gonna do some Swag Kage type of videos for a series. I wouldn't necessarily say Swag Kage. I'd probably mirror it more like Seth the Programmer. Not necessarily all the geek stuff that he does, like going to quantum physics and stuff like that. Nah, I'm probably not necessarily going to do that. But I'm probably just going to tell you guys who I think would probably win and also why I think they'd probably win. Just stuff like that and what moves they probably do to each other. Big pause.
Yeah, that would be dope. Cause I was about to say, bro, you about to sit down and like study shit, like, cause I know you go to college and shit. I know you smart, like you ain't
Yeah,
stupid or anything like that. I know you can. If you wanted to do it, I'm pretty sure that you can do it. But
yeah.
shit, man, it seems
See,
like it should be taking a lot of research.
yeah. See, when I watch people do versus videos, I kind of tune out when they talk about all the molecular stuff. Talk about like it don't. I,
I
for
try to pay
example,
attention.
for
Like when
example,
they go ahead.
yeah.
Sorry.
Now I was saying like Seth the programmer, he recently put out a video basically power scaling how strong Barry Mo Naruto was. By the way,
I was just about to say that. That's why I was
yeah.
just about to cut you off and say, okay, go ahead.
By the way, what's it called? Seth the programmer. He's a big dog when it comes to anime
Yes,
YouTube.
he is.
But he was talking about some like some nuclear fusion and nuclear fission because they was basically breaking down what the barium mode
What
actually
barium
is.
mode is?
Yeah.
Yeah, in
Now,
science. Yep,
yeah.
I was peeping at.
Now I know about that because I actually talked about nuclear fusion, nuclear fission when I was in
Mhm.
debate when I was in high school. So I know damn near
Right.
all of it. So while I was actually reacting to it, I'm
Okay.
like, yo, if you combine like two atoms, it's like millions it's like millions of joules of energy actually created. He actually had the correct number. He said like 42 billion or something like that. I'm like, there's no
Oh,
possible
that's what
way
I'm saying.
Naruto like there's no like even that there's no possible way that Naruto got like a 42 billion multiplier from Barry mode. But he didn't necessarily say it was an actual multiplier, but he actually went into the actual physics. I'm like, we don't need to do all that.
I mean, I understand what he's saying though, because he did get substantially strong. You gotta like think about it. Like they wasn't able to like put a dent in this dude with him and Sasuke like at full power. So for the fact that he was able to bully him for the amount of time that he was, and Ishiki wasn't able to lay a hand on him, and he's an Otsutsuki, it's possible that he did get like substantially stronger to that point where he's talking about. Because Naruto also had to hold back a little bit because Kurama told him don't make any unnecessary moves. You know what I'm saying? So in a way, he was kind of still holding back. And the anime they made it so he was using a Rasengan and shit. I don't remember him using a Rasengan on in the manga. I think he was
Yeah,
just he it was all taijutsu, it was all boxing. He was like make
yeah.
act like a boxer and stuff like that. And they didn't put that in the anime as well. So like Naruto's kind of he couldn't go like if he was able to go all out without having to make those like slight movements and not be able to actually move the way that he wanted to, maybe he would have demolished him way
Yeah,
harder
no,
than what he did.
no, he probably would have. He probably would have definitely. But like
Mhm.
for example, if we're taking like a multiplier of regular Naruto, I'm talking about like Naruto with Karma, of course him with KCM, Sage and all that. It can't really be millions of time multipliers. I even talked about it during the reaction. I was thinking like he probably got like a times 8 or 9 multiplier from his actual real form to actually put him above Ishiki Otsutsuki. So I mean, of course, 8 or 9 is not necessarily 42 billion, but you feel it is a multiplier.
Yeah, definitely. Oh shit. Hey, what's the burner account though? What is the what's your YouTube for that? So I can look it up so I can see the stream real quick.
Oh, it's bar is burner. Oh, some people ask me questions in chat.
Burner.
Yeah, sensational. My major is biology. What's good, Mr. Potato King?
Okay, I see it. Reacting vids, then podcast. Is this
Yeah,
one?
to be honest, I didn't even react to any vids yet. We already had the podcast. I might as well
Okay.
try to. You feel me?
Okay, I see it now. I'm here. Hey, I didn't even know about this. It's all simple bars, burner.
Yeah,
Yo, so I did have a topic though. So what you think about hold on, let me go here real quick.
yeah. We could talk about the
Because
topic.
I was oh, I was laughing at your last video when you was like big Subaki in the cut.
Oh yeah, yo, yeah.
He was like big Subaki in the cut. So you think Subaki gonna be can be sorry at all? You put
Yo,
your
see,
money on Subaki?
well, here's the thing. When Tsubaki was first introduced into the series, I think hands down she right then and there she would be able to beat Sarada. Now we understand that Sarada got stronger. Because of that, we don't really know if Tsubaki herself got stronger either. Now we went through this a lot of times. For example, back in Naruto Part One, when Naruto got stronger, and obviously in the Chunin exam, Gar was the big blood. Obviously, he did lose to Naruto because he did summon Ganbunta, but because Naruto got stronger, a lot of people kind of thought that Naruto may have actually surpassed Gaara until we seen Gaara at the end when he was fighting against Kimimaro. People don't necessarily take into the account that side characters also get stronger. So even though Naruto got stronger back then, Gaara is still stronger. It might be a similar situation right here. Sarada got stronger, but Tsubaki may have also got stronger. And in fact, Tsubaki she had a more empty base because she didn't really know how to use that much ninjutsu like that because of course her background is a samurai. So now her incorporating a lot of jutsus, chakra, and stuff like that, she may actually still be above Sarada.
Okay. Because I was like, yo, he trolling me. He trolling me. Like I be watching your videos sometimes, and when you be saying shit about Saturday, or like when you be dog stomping Sasuke and shit, I be like,
Yeah.
yo, Bar is trolling me. I think he trolling me right now. I know you're not. I know you're not. You ain't thinking about me when you post your videos, but I be like, yo, bro is trolling me.
Nah, I completely forgot
Oh,
about
bro
that.
is trolling me.
You a true Uchiha fan. Now, see,
Yeah.
yo, here's the thing, bro. I'm always good. I'm gonna tell her how it is, partner. I know Sada. She has a lot of fans out there, and a lot of people don't necessarily like to hear the fact that she may actually be rivaling some of the characters that's like not necessarily main characters. But I ain't gonna lie. When Tsubaki was introduced to the series, she was shutting stuff down, bro. I'm telling you, yo. I can't. You people just have to go back and watch it when she was actually introduced.
Remember
Like, to
when
be
she was
honest,
cutting? She had yeah, I remember. I remember.
yeah, to be honest, she may have actually like some people could have possibly went out on a limb and said she was the strongest person in her class back then. I ain't gonna lie. Of course, Boruto without the Cart Missile and Mitsuki without Sage Mode.
Okay. I mean, I don't know to that extent because they haven't really gotten into any of the character. Like they really like just got into one episode of Metal Lee and like other characters like that. So we really, like you said, we don't know how strong these characters have gotten. I agree with you on that one, like 100%.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
go ahead. No,
No,
go
no,
ahead. Go ahead.
you go ahead. I've been
I
talking
was
a lot at the beginning of this
Bro,
podcast.
you
Let's
good, man.
rock it.
I don't care, man. I don't care. I don't care. What I was gonna ask you though is, well, are you gonna rewatch the dub?
Yeah, definitely. I haven't caught up to a lot of the dub that recently came out. By the way, if you guys don't necessarily know, people that's actually watching the chat, dub actually does come out. They don't necessarily publicize it because it's not necessarily on Cartoon Network yet. I think they kind of stopped that, but of course it's coming back sooner or later. They still put some out. I haven't necessarily been catching up with that, but of course I'm gonna watch all of it.
Because I was rewatching it as well. Because like I go on this web, you can go. I think it's on Hulu. I think they got some of the dubs that come out. If you're on Hulu, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you can watch some of them. But sometimes, like when I want to watch it, I want to watch it. So I ain't gonna lie, I'll go to like the whatchamacallit websites. Can't
Mm.
remember the name. But and they will post the dub episodes religiously. I think they just got past the time travel arc. Actually, that one's been dubbed.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably with the 130s and 140s.
Hmm.
I
That one's
can't
been
wait till.
dubbed.
Yeah, I can't wait till they dub Kawaki. That right there is gonna be insane. I want to see exactly how he sounds because I remember the first time that I really because I don't know if you noticed, but I had a series where I kind of compared and contrasted dub voices versus sub voices, and I was kind of saying that Kawaki sounded a little bit like Sasuke.
You
Hello.
the dub
Yeah.
versus you talking to me?
Oh, give me a
Yo,
second.
Bar.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just making sure that we ain't cut out.
All right. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah, my bad. I thought we had cut out for a second. I was like, oh shit,
My
the
bad.
Wi-Fi cut out for us?
I thought I muted my mic. I got a call.
Nah, you
I had a
get.
phone call. But yeah, so
Oh shit. What
they
do you
they
use for your microphone?
I got a blue I think a blue Yeti. I think it's called. It's like the
Oh
standard for
shit,
like a
that's
lot
what
of
I want to get,
YouTubers.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get that too for when we do podcasts. I use this microphone. Hold on, actually, let me turn my mic down. It's probably too fucking loud. I use this microphone that I use to record people on because I sent you music and shit before. Like I record and
Yeah.
shit myself, so I use the
Hmm.
same microphone. I need to get a different microphone that's gonna sit on my desk right here because this one's annoying like a motherfucker, bro.
Oh, so you got
So the
one of the
yeah,
microphones that actually hang?
no, I have. What you mean hang? No, 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 no. Mine's still on the microphone stand. So like I got
Uh,
this like reflection filter on the back of it. It's not on it right now, but mine's
mm,
going to like an interface and all that shit. So I have to connect my shit to my interface. That's why sometimes my speakers be up. I was like, hold up, let me turn my speakers down
I
because I have
feel you.
everything hooked up on my interface. Yeah, so yeah,
I
it be
feel you.
fucking up shit.
I
But
feel
yeah,
you.
I need to get one of those Yetis so when we do the podcast and shit, I can have that shit just sitting on my desk because this right here is
Hmm.
getting a little bit annoying.
Yeah, that's how my mic is right now. It's just sitting on the desk. But
That's
even real
that's
quick,
that's.
so I was before you joined, I was talking about the versus matches and stuff like that. First things first, did you see the community post I put up? I was pretty much asked
Mhm.
people what kind of fights they want to see. It was like 400 comments. What fights do you think would be an interesting versus battle?
Interesting verses. I
Yeah.
really want to see because I think you mentioned it or Naruto explained. I would think it was you who
Mm.
mentioned it. I really want to see because you know I'm a Uchiha fan. I want to see Sarda and Boruto go at it, so we can finally end this debate because me and you had an argument. Oh no, that was about it was about Kawaki and Sarda, but I think you also said that you think Boruto is stronger than Sarda. I want to see them go at it without the Karma Seal, of course, if he doesn't use the Karma Seal. But somebody was like they hope that they get to use like they Karma Cell and Mace get to use Sage mode, which I doubt he's gonna use.
Yeah, I feel you. So I always think you feel me. Like when it comes to
Oh,
Boruto
my bad.
versus Sarda.
Another one though.
Mm.
I do want to see the one. He was also funny as hell with old boy that looked like Kakashi. I really want to see what he's capable of
Oh,
because we
Haoki.
never really got to see. Yeah, I want to see him go too. I want to see what he's capable of because we never got to see him do anything.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. He's gonna be in action during the tuning exam. I'm saying it right now. They have to make him good, bro. He has to be strong. It is absolutely impossible that he's just absolutely fodder because he just looks so much like Kakashi, and of course, Kakashi has a big fan base. I mean, I'm not saying that he has to be like groundbreaking. He has to be stronger than Boruto, but he can't be like I don't even know what garbage getting that I can name. The guy from the Stone Village. I don't even. It's a bunch of them, but he can't just be complete fodder. He got to be some type of good.
Think I was watching Ian's video not too long ago. Shit, I should have remembered what he said so I could have mentioned it. He mentioned some of his abilities though, so he's not fodder at all. Like he has some dope ass abilities. So that's why I said him as well because I want to see him in action. I want to see what they do. But I hope, bro, like, cause like sometimes they be disappointing with the matches. So I
Yeah, I
hope
mean,
these matches are elite, you know.
yeah, I mean, you never know. I mean, abilities can only take you so far. I always say this because if I mean, when it comes to abilities, it really only matters if you can keep up speed wise with your opponent. For example, Ishiki Otsutsuki, when he had the speed barrier over everybody, he was shrinking everything. When Big Barrier Mode Naruto came in, the big dog, he couldn't even shrink the Rasengan that Naruto had. So much stuff was going on.
Killing me with that shit, bro.
Bro, hey, bro.
You we big dog. We came in. No,
Uh,
that's facts. I hear what you're saying. I heard that he pretty good with taijutsu. Not like overly good, but he has some skills with taijutsu. So I want to see what he can do. I think that would be a good fight. Seeing him, probably him and Mixki.
well, see, when it comes to the characters that like that, like what we see right now, they may have all of the abilities, but they might not have the actual battle experience to apply those abilities. So I want to see because that was a very big theme during the first tuning exam. I want to see what they do with that during this tuning exam. We did hear about some characters from the tuning exam that was actually, you feel me? I believe they did some missions with some Anbu. So of course you got some teams they have more experience than others, but specifically, is that going to play a factor? For example, if it's just one team of three people or three gangs that's just been chilling in the village doing regular missions, babysitting dogs and stuff like that, are they going to be as good as the people who actually do go out? And is that going to be a problem for some of those characters? That's going to be interesting.
Sai is what's his name again? You said his name, but I can't remember. I just said he's a dude that look like he's Kakashi's son. That's why I call him.
Hauki,
What's his name?
Hauki, Hauki.
Okay, so Sai is his actual sensei.
Mm-hmm.
So Sai is yeah, Sai leads his squad or whatever. So And Sai was Anbu as well.
Hmm.
So I think they said that he may go against, or that it will be a good matchup if he goes against what's Sai's son name again?
I'm talking about
Slip my
Enojin.
mind. Yeah, Enojin. It would be dope if he goes against Enojin because Sai Enojin uses the Beast Scroll jutsu pretty often. That's pretty much his forte, you know?
Hmm.
He's trying to learn the mind transfer jutsu. He hasn't perfected it. But
Uh,
they was talking about how Sai he pretty much mastered the Beast Scroll jutsu. So if anybody would know how to counter the Beast Scroll jutsu, it would be oh boy.
yeah, that's true. So I'm trying to see specifically because I know Organic Dinosaur put out some I believe tweets specifically talking about the titles of the next video. I actually want to make a video about this. I'm probably gonna make a video about it tomorrow. But
They
yeah,
said the audio
Enojin,
on your
the
live.
what?
Somebody said on your live your audio scuff or the audio scuff.
Damn, bro. Yeah, that's it probably is. Let me see what's going on in OBS.
Yeah,
OBS,
you
the
I'm
mic,
fine to me.
it sound fine to you?
Yeah, you perfect to me. I don't hear nothing wrong.
Let me actually play the what's it called?
Yeah, you gonna play the live?
Well, it sounds good to me, but it might be messing up. It might be going in and out. It might be Discord messing up a little bit. I'm not sure. But in episode 223, of course, these are spoilers. Spoilers essentially blasted all over the screen right now. So if you're in the chat and you don't like spoilers, I apologize. I ain't really warn you guys. But episode 223, Enojin is actually going to be fighting Haoki. So in about 2 episodes, we're actually going to get to see, how strong he is.
Oh, okay. So in the next, so not the next episode that's coming up. It's coming up currently on Sunday. So the episode after that.
Yeah, the episode after that. But obviously, we're probably gonna get to see Hawking in action in the preview. I definitely want to react to that. So hopefully, we get to see something. I mean, they're not necessarily known for showing too much, but hopefully, we get to see something. It was good, Zab.
Oh, okay. I guess they said it was my voice that was scuffed. I don't know.
Oh no, matter
Yeah.
of fact, do you know when you have on headphones listening to your mic, I believe one of the sounds is off. Not necessarily right now, because not necessarily people in the chat right now. That might be something different. But when you actually record, I think one of the headphones is like lower than the other.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know how to
Yeah,
fix that though.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to figure it out.
Yeah, but like right now, like in my head, like listening to you on Discord, it sounds perfect.
Okay, yeah, because I was to say listening to you too, it sound perfect as well. And I'm recording on OBS as well. That's why I was
Yeah.
going live stream off of the podcast channel. But
Hmm.
when I went to go do it, it said that I have to wait 24 hours. I was like, ah, fuck.
I feel, I feel. But one of the next ones, I ain't trying to spoil too much. You feel me? But I'm gonna have to spoil you
Hold
on.
on. Before you do that, I'm sorry to cut you off. What do you do on this channel? Do you also post
Yo, to
sports
be
and shit
honest,
on
I
it?
barely post. I barely post. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Oh,
I
like how often do
barely
you post?
post. Probably um before yesterday or before 2 days ago when I live streamed for the first time. I haven't uploaded in 2 months, and before that, I uploaded 5 months ago. So like barely.
Damn. Okay, so you just use this to like fucking just pretty much be on YouTube, so you ain't gotta really have your shit flooded, like your notifications.
No, not even that. I mean, I got a separate YouTube for actually looking at
Yeah,
other
me
YouTube
too.
videos, like I barely got any notifications on that. But when it comes to this one, I actually did want to like make like multiple videos on it. Like I actually like I wanted to upload daily on this channel. I may actually do it. I don't really know. I gotta see what's going on. But my guy Zab in the comments, in the chat, I keep on saying comments. He basically says Boruto Karma One versus Mitsuki Sage
Be
Mode.
fucking
I may actually,
old.
I may actually do a video about that. That right there is actually interesting. I mean, we always have that quote, that long time quote about Mitsuki being equal to Orochimaru when he does have Sage Mode. If that is the case, I mean, it'll be a difficult scene. I don't think a lot of people would actually come out and say Boruto and Karma Seal form is better than Orochimaru. So I don't know. We gotta see. We gotta see. I'll probably, not matter of fact, I'll probably make a video about that. I ain't gonna lie.
I think
That's
that
an
would be
interesting
dope.
fact. Yeah,
That'd be
that
dope.
would be. Mhm.
Who do you would you give it to me, Skeeto?
Would I give it to Mitski? Bro, you have to tune into the video, partner. You have to tune
Oh,
into
you're not going. He said, "I'm not going to spoil it on
but
here."
even still, I'd still have to go back into the actual series, dig up a bunch of statements. You feel me? Power scale it myself before I could actually give you the actual answer. What I'm gonna say in the video, I can't necessarily give you a answer right now. I'll mess around, and say Boruto right now. Then when the video come out, I say Mitsuki. Now you're looking at me like I'm crazy. It's just the way it research.
True. So I remember you was talking about something that was super interesting, and then I saw I think his name is Cycles. I don't remember. I don't know if that was actually his name. Hold on, let me
Yeah,
go back.
YouTube. Yeah,
My head.
YouTuber.
Yeah, I believe that was him though. But I watched a lot of different YouTubers. Let me see if that was actually him. But anyways, you was talking about interbreeding with clans and stuff like that.
Yeah. So yeah, right now we have a situation where you have a Hyuga member and a Uzumaki member making a child, which of course makes Boruto. But before that, all Hyuga members was actually mating with was other Hyuga members to actually maintain that Byakugan. That right there was like the prize thing. So I like what they're doing specifically, Melon, because that gives the opportunity to see potentially different dojutsus, potentially more overpowered characters. Like even right now, a lot of people want to. Of course, we talked about it before, but specifically with Saruto, you may have Boruto, you may have a child with Sarada, and then that child may have a Byakugan or a Jogan, and also a Sharingan, and potentially even a Rinnegan later on. So I mean, it's all interesting.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was like. I was bringing that up because he was, oh man, I wish I can find him in my history. Maybe I was watching him on another channel. Oh no, it's not Cycle. Sorry, it's this YouTuber called NC Hammer. Have you heard him? NC Hammer 23.
Yeah. He's like a new YouTuber, right?
I don't know if he's new or not, but I just started really peeping his videos recently, and like
Same.
he be
Yo,
dropping some interesting stuff.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I can guarantee if he stays consistent, I can guarantee he reaches 100,000 subscribers in no time. I'm telling you right now.
See where he's at right now, because
Definitely.
he's really good. He was talking about intermingling. I wish I could remember. My eyes be getting too goddamn high. When I be watching videos.
He may have actually
Wow.
uploaded
Man,
something like that. But I remember Cycles made something like that. I think about
he
three
had
years ago.
35.
He's at
Also,
35.
Cycles the one too.
Yeah,
I watch Cycles. Yeah, he's at 35.
yeah. I'm looking at it right now. Yo, if you guys in the chat don't know this YouTuber, bro, he's nice. He's nice. I'm telling you right now,
Yeah,
if he stays consistent,
all put together.
100,000 easily.
Yeah, he was talking about the plot hole with the Osuskis as well, like how they brought in Ishiki and the plot hole with the God trees.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I need to start
You
watching
know
some
one?
Boruto YouTubers, bro. Cause yo,
Yeah,
a lot of them be having
yeah,
some good theories. I just don't be watching.
yeah. Some of them, a lot of them do. A lot of them do. Not all of them. You know, like remember I was telling you about it before, like, cause I do dibble and dabble into other ones. When
Hmm.
I see something interesting, like the title gotta really catch me, and his titles be catching me. You
Yeah,
know,
definitely.
like he did one that says Gara is actually a Uzumaki. I was like, cat, but I will let me watch it
Yeah,
real quick.
definitely. I'm looking at it right now. Nah, to be
But
honest, I always
Gara
wondered
is
if Gar was
underrated,
Uzumaki.
bro.
Yo, you already
Gara
know.
is super underrated, bro.
You know my feelings about Gar right now.
Bro, Gara doesn't even have Shukaku, and Gara is still up there in tier.
You know the crazy part? Gara
What?
right now, yo, I could legitimately right now make the argument that Gara would solo the Akatsuki. That's how good. Look, that's how good
As
he
of right
is.
now, yes.
Like in one of the novels, you know I don't read novels, but Cycles told not Cycles. Ian told me this. He said that he was equal to Sakura when Sakura doesn't have the Byakugo seal. Now, if you recall, Naruto and KCM 2 had already surpassed like the Akatsuki. Like KCM 2 Naruto solos the Akatsuki. Obviously without the upgrades, Obito getting his Rinnegan and other stuff like that. Sakura, adult Sakura, is up there on that tier, and Gaara right now says he's essentially equal or on the same level as Sakura which could potentially mean that he could possibly solo the Akatsuki. Now, obviously, you have to account for other things. For example, all of their abilities. It's not necessarily just going to always be a one-to-one. For example, how is Gar going to deal with Kamui? A bunch of stuff like that. But you can legitimately make the argument that Gar right now would solo the Akatsuki, but it's completely irrelevant when it comes to actual enemies and Boruto right now because they're so strong. And my God, I forgot. I don't even know how to pronounce my guy's name. Kyle Robinson. He basically asked me the question: do I think they'll ever go back to like regular power scaling, or will they just continue to be Otsutsuki levels in regards to the enemies? I always wanted to go back. For example, a lot of people always ask me, do I think Boruto would surpass Naruto? One of the biggest reasons why I said he shouldn't, or I don't necessarily think he should, is because enemies won't be like Akatsuki level anymore. It'll only be huge cyborgs and potentially Otsutsuki members in the future. And if that's the case, I mean, a lot of people are kind of turned off by it. I think they should bring it back, but right now they're obviously not. Boruto is like on a fast track to surpassing Naruto and becoming Otsutsuki level. Literally, he's 80% Otsutsuki right now. Like, so I don't know.
Yeah. So everything is going to get to. I mean, that's another thing that I was wondering as well too, because we got Naruto being nerfed, we got Sasuke being nerfed, and of course, there's other Asusuki out there. Like we can't just sleep on the broken tablets or whatever they were in the other dimension. Like there is other Asusuki out there, and then they still got to deal with the one that's possessing Momoshiki, the one that's possessing Boruto.
Mm.
So everything the scaling has to go up in some type of way.
Yeah, I mean, it most likely is. It's just how interesting, how much entertainment can you drive from that? For example, a lot of people criticize Boruto fights specifically right now because people say they're not ninjas. All they're doing is just clashing a big Titan figure against another big Titan figure. All it is like chakra blast versus chakra blast is not necessarily as much planning as it was before. But I think
That's what I'm saying.
objectively, but even though I think objectively, you could say that these fights are better than the fights that we have seen in Naruto Part 1. You see what I'm saying?
No.
You
I
disagree?
mean, I disagree. Because the fights in because think about it, the fights that we got in Naruto Part 1, we got Rock Lee versus Gaara, bro. That's a legendary fight. Like what fight in Naruto? I mean, in Boruto, really like tops that you can think of off the top of your head.
Bro, I could Momoshiki versus Naruto and Sasuke.
Come on, man. Like, of course, yeah. I'm talking about like the little characters, bro. I'm not
No,
talking about that. That's like,
no.
go
See,
ahead.
see, that's what I'm talking about. When it comes to people dislike those types of fights because there aren't much planning in those fights. There isn't much strategy. It's essentially one strong guy going up against two other strong guys, and it's essentially whoever's strongest wins. People were on Twitter a couple of months ago, I believe, making an argument to me that Orochimaru versus the third Hokage was actually better than Momoshiki versus Naruto and Sasuke. I completely disagree, but what I do when I get on my YouTube, I try to give those guys a voice because I know that person is not the only person that thinks like that. It's a lot of people that think like that. And if obviously, I believe the people who actually do enjoy the Naruto and Sasuke fights right now, when they're just again one Titan versus another Titan, people enjoy those, but they would also enjoy going back to like a Nakatsuki, like for example Itachi versus Sasuke, something like that. But I believe
Yeah,
that
exactly.
those
I would
diehards,
too.
yeah, exactly. But I believe those diehards that say Orochimaru versus Third Hokage is better than Naruto and Sasuke versus Momoshiki, they'd probably never really like those upscaled fights like that. So to bring it at a good medium, I believe they should go down a little bit.
Yeah, they have to. I believe that it would be a lot better if they bring down the scaling. We get a lot more taijutsu, like a lot, because they the one thing about the first Naruto series
Uh,
is that their choreography was amazing. Like you'll see other anime, like a little other small anime that copies their sequencing
mm-hmm.
and they'll copy their choreography as far as the fight scenes. I've seen it plenty of times. They had beautiful fight scenes, and the choreography in Boruto it doesn't even compete with the choreography in Naruto. And also another thing, we got a lot more fights in the first Naruto than we do And unless I'm just confusing it because like I watched Naruto and then I got into Shippuden and I really only rewatched Shippuden. I didn't really rewatch Naruto.
Hmm.
So, but we still got a lot more fights. I mean, it was a lot more stakes in the first Naruto than it was in Boruto.
I mean, it depends. Like, what do you call stakes? Like, for example, I mean, the world could have been ended in episode 65. Like, you feel me? Of Boruto, like the world could have been
This is
over.
fact.
Like,
This is fact. But
and
we
Naruto,
always knew that but we knew from because all right, I say that they kind of like threw out the stakes just because they gave us that scene at the beginning of Boruto with Boruto and Kawaki. So we already knew that on episode 65 the world wasn't going to end. It was going to we had to get to that scene with Kawaki and Boruto. So
yeah,
that was already ruined. That ruined the stakes, and we didn't really get like that. Also ruined it. Like if they ever went on a mission and we thought Boruto was going to die, like okay, you're not going to die because we already seen that you're going to face off against this kid in the end. So the
hmm.
stakes, I like the Hozuki Castle arc. Like I can't really tell you too many fights that was like really top tier. Like how I can give you like the Gaara and Sasuke, or Sasuke and Naruto. Like it was like fights like that I can name off the top of my head. At the beginning of the series, not of course the shit that we're getting right now is top tier as far as Naruto and Sasuke versus Ishiki and Naruto and Sasuke versus Jigen, and then Bariyamo Naruto, and then even the fight with Boro, is that his name? Boro from the Kara, that was
Yeah.
pretty good too. So I even give that fight a really that shit was really good as well. But as far as I'm talking more about like the beginning of Boruto. Like it was kind of slow as far as like what we wanted it when we wanted as far as it being compared to Naruto, the beginning of Naruto. The beginning of Naruto was like kind of like fight after. Oh, when they fought against old girl that can go through the glass and stuff like that. When Naruto had blocked when Sasuke blocked Naruto and took all the pins in the back. But that was a cold fight. I can't remember their name off the top of my head.
Yeah, the
Maybe
Land
somebody
of
in the
Wave
chat
fight,
can say their
the
name.
Land of Waves
Yeah,
fight.
bro, that was epic. Come on, bro. So like that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so many fights that you can name from the beginning of Naruto that was just like that kept you hooked. Like if you was a fan of if Naruto never existed and that shit didn't come out and we just started off with Boruto, do you think the fan base would be as big as it is right now?
Well, obviously not. I mean, those original fights, those core fights. Yeah, Haku Sensation just said it. By the way, I'm not necessarily gonna make a survey just yet, but when it comes to those fights right there, those are staples. Like those are going to be viewed as legendary fights. But I personally believe a lot of us right now, we're not necessarily looking at, you feel me, for example, like a Sumire versus Mitsuki, or we're not necessarily looking at a Shikadai versus the Byakuya. We're not really looking at a Boruto versus Shikadai at the Chunin. We're not looking at those as legendary fights. Now don't get me wrong, I believe
Pretty good. I'm
objectively, just
overlooking
for,
those fights. Those
no,
is
no,
all right. Those
no,
was
picking
all
up
right.
throwing, but no, but picking up throwing down. Objectively,
Mm-hmm.
I personally believe those fights didn't necessarily have the stakes as previously before, because at first we thought that Gara was actually trying to kill Rock Lee. You feeling these fights
Facts.
right now?
Facts.
We understood that there was a certain level there was things that they couldn't necessarily, there was lines that they couldn't necessarily cross. But what I'm saying
Yeah.
is, over time, fights build legends. For example, in basketball right now, no one right now is going to probably say that Luka Doncic is like one of the all-time greats. But in 40 years, they're probably going to say Luka Doncic is an all-time great just off of the stuff that he did already. And just like I'm pretty sure, just like in 2004, whenever Naruto actually came out, they were probably looking at the Land of Waves arc like it was some bootleg Dragon Ball knockoff or some boot like people were actually saying that back
Yeah.
then.
Okay. Okay.
And
I hear
over
what you're saying.
yeah,
I'm
and
picking up
over
what you're saying now.
time,
Okay.
yeah, over time it built that legend. So Boruto
Right.
right now probably not necessarily gonna have that legendary status, that GOAT status as of yet. But let's see 10 years down the line. Are people gonna look back at even for example the Mitsuki retrieval arc when they were fighting against all those synthetic humans, are they gonna look back at that and say that right there was an insane arc? Are they gonna look back at
Yeah.
Mitsuki versus Sumire like, yo, that right there was crazy. They had a whole new way in the village about to do a portal inside the village and just completely teleport the village to a different dimension, and then Naruto and Sai and everybody else had to come down and save. We never know how these things are actually gonna play out until we actually do
Play
see
out in the-
how it ages.
Mhm.
You feel me? And a
Yeah.
big important
Okay.
thing,
Okay.
a lot of the Boruto fans right now,
Mhm.
they don't necessarily have as big of a voice as the Naruto fans are. It's essentially when it comes to praising their fights. So, for example, there are literally some Boruto fans right now that haven't even seen Naruto, and some like I don't know how I could put this, but essentially in the future, the hardcore Boruto fans right now that don't really have a voice, they're going to eventually have a voice like how the Naruto fans right now have a voice. They're going to be the Seth the programmers. They're going to be the Swag Kages. They're going to be the Forever Worlds. Those Boruto fans right now, they're going to have that type of influence, and that right there in itself may actually change the actual narrative around the anime of Boruto. We might actually start looking back at some of those fights as being legendary fights.
I'm picking up what you throwing down, using some of your lingo right there. Okay, that's real. But somebody also said in the chat they corroborated what I said. The Naruto series has some of the best hand-to-hand combat in all of anime. That shit is legendary, bro. And then Boruto, they not. I mean, I feel what you're saying when you say that you got to look at how it ages.
Mm-hmm.
That's facts, because it could age very well, but then again, it can age like milk, you know. So
That's true.
who knows?
That's
Who
true.
knows? The Barry, we could look at the Barry Yamo fight 5 years from now and be like, that we, oh shit, when I watched it the first time, that shit was epic, but it ain't really as epic anymore. But I don't think so. I really doubt it. I really doubt it, because that fight was awesome, and a lot
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
fights, when you like, it's we was talking about it before when with Ian, when you go back and you rewatch the series, like a lot of the episodes that we watched the first time, and we was like, damn, this shit is dragging on. When you
mm,
rewatch it actually and don't have to wait for it week after week after week, it's actually pretty dope. Like how it ties together, and the fights ain't all that bad, but I think that they should bring back the hand to hand combat that Naruto had at the beginning and Naruto Shippuden had.
I see what you mean. I see
Remember the
what you mean.
fight scene with, like, this is in Shippuden, so this should be, this might be a little bit unfair, but you remember the fight scene with Kakashi and Obito when it
Yeah.
was in Obito's dimension, bro? You
Mm-hmm.
can't say that was one of the most legendary hand to hand combats that you've seen in anime. Like it
Well,
was
oh,
going at it, man.
I see what you mean, but I could go ahead and counter that and say Barrymore Naruto versus Ishiki Otsutsuki may have actually had some better hand-to-hand combat, even though Ishiki Otsutsuki was getting completely destroyed. And of course,
I
Kakashi
say it
versus.
has. I say it has better. I say it was better animated, but as
Mm-hmm.
far as hand to hand combat goes, I don't
Uh,
think that it was better hand to hand combat. Like the way that they slowed it down when Barryamo Naruto grabbed Ishiki with his chakra tails, and they
mm-hmm.
slowed that shit down, and he punched the shit out of him, and they like it made his they had it slowed down with his face, and you saw everything. Like that
Mm-hmm.
was like well animated. I'll give him that. But as far as like the hand to hand combat and like
Uh,
the emotion that the Obito and Kakashi fight had when they was just bringing it back and they was doing the flashbacks when they was kids doing the hand to hand combat, it's
mm-hmm.
not compared to that. I can't give you that one. I'm sorry.
No, I see what you mean. The big part about the Kakashi versus Obito thing, though, is they had a lot of history behind that. So, for example, obviously Naruto and Ishiki Otsutsuki, they don't really have that much. They don't have that much history. In the future, maybe when we see like, obviously this right is most likely gonna be better, but when we see a Boruto versus Kawaki fight, we're probably gonna get to see some of the flashbacks mid fight, like we seen with Kawaki, with Kakashi and Obito. Not only that, you probably in the future we probably get to see, I don't even know, probably like a Sarada versus Sumire fight with a whole bunch of, like, we don't know how those, you feel me, longevity fights are going to be. Kakashi and Obito had a very long standing relationship, but my guy Zab in the comment section below, he basically, what I keep on saying comments in the chat, he said Kawaki versus Garo. To this day, I'm not gonna lie, I think Kawaki versus Garo was probably one of the best animated fights of all time. Choreography though, I believe
So
I believe it wasn't necessarily as creative as Kakashi versus Obito because they just had a lot more
no.
source material to work with. What you
Yeah,
what you think?
that's no,
Mm-hmm.
no, no. I agree with you. I agree with you. It was facts. I just like how he was hopping off the rocks and shit. Like that was dope. Like when Goro made all the rocks fly up in the air and Kawaki was hopping off of them and shit like that. I thought that was epic. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean that choreography was pretty dope. But no, I agree with you on that one.
Yeah. So when it so when we talk about, actually bringing it back, I mean, as my guy right here said, Kawaki versus Garo, that right there is a great fight because they're not necessarily fighting like titans. You feel me? Some of the hardcore Naruto fans, they can get behind a fight like that, but again, they can't really get behind Naruto versus Ishiki Otsutsuki, even though visually it looks absolutely insane. But when it comes to actual, you feel me, strategic wise and actually, you feel me, trying to do things beyond the scope of just I'm more powerful than you. You feel me? A lot of people would rather that right there. You feel me? Than the other.
After. So I don't know if you like look at the comments on the other channel. Do you ever peep them?
Which other channel?
The one that we had to do the podcast on.
Nah, to be honest,
Nah, you straight, you straight, you straight. So like somebody in the comments asked, and I wanted to know your opinion on this because I don't think you ever covered it or anything like that. So he said it's some guy. It's gonna show on my OBS anyway. So when I post it, you know who he is. It's Abdallah. I think that's how you say his name. He says, "What do you guys think about the theory of Naruto becoming a Jinchuriki of the Ten Tails, which can line up with the future Kawaki saying to Boruto, I seen you where I sent the seventh Hokage."
Yeah, coming crazy. Hold, so re-ask that question. Re-ask that question.
Okay. So he said, basically, what he's saying is, what do we think about Naruto becoming a Jinchuriki of the Ten Tails, which can line up with the future Kawaki saying saying to Boruto, I seen you with the seventh Hokage. Basically saying Naruto became the Jinchuriki of the Ten Tails, and he had to seal him away or send him somewhere, because he became too strong. That's what I'm guessing. That's what I'm picking. I guess that's what he's saying, but that's the best way that I can analyze that sentence.
Well, here's the thing. A couple of things. Well, first things first. Before I even start, I want to say this. I was planning on making a video about this like literally in a couple of days. So I can.
Oh,
but I'm gonna sum it up. With the Kawaki thing sending Naruto to a different dimension, that right there would be kind of questionable. And I'm gonna explain why. Naruto right now, they're in a predicament. The Ten Tails is essentially roaming around. Again, the Ten Tails can't stay there because other Otsutsuki members can easily take that Ten Tails, go to Earth, and plant that Ten Tails and actually make a God tree. That right there would be the last thing that everybody wants. As of right now, Otsutsuki members, when they come to Earth, they have to go on a Dora Explorer scavenger hunt asking the map, where's this tailed beast? Where's the other tailed beast? Where's the other tailed beast? If there was just a 10 tails, it would essentially eliminate that whole process and eliminate the possibility of Naruto and everybody else stopping that Otsutsuki member before they actually do get the 10 tails planted. So because of that, it would make a lot of sense for Naruto would actually try to seal the 10 tails inside of him, or potentially even Sasuke try to seal the 10 tails inside of him, or potentially even split up the 10 tails, and both of them gets to seal one half of the 10 tails. But here's the thing when it comes to Naruto getting that much power and essentially saying that he's too powerful right now. Sealing that 10 tails inside of him wouldn't necessarily make him that much powerful when it comes to what we did see with Baryon Mode Naruto. I personally believe that Baryon Mode Naruto would be a lot stronger than the Naruto with the 10 tails inside of him. Of course, we're completely excluding if the 10 tails can also do Baryon Mode, and somebody asked that question in the comment section below. It's possible, but it's probably not going to be probable unless it's going to be something where Naruto also can die. But
so I let me cut you off on that one. I'm sorry to cut you off. I would highly doubt that the 10 cells can do Baryon Mode because Kurama was very intelligent. Kurama is basically the reason why Naruto survived as long as he did. Kurama was basically a scientist, basically. And do you really think that the 10 cells is going to be... Do you think the 10 cells knows that? How to use some type of form of that energy or mixing chakra and shit like that. So I really don't think that's going to be possible.
Exactly.
Unless the 10 cells just knows everything about everything, which I doubt.
Yeah, exactly. So we don't really know that completely. I mean, Naruto doesn't even have a relationship with that 10 tails. That 10 tails probably don't even know a spick of this dimension. He probably don't even know anything that's going. He probably don't even know there's multiple dimensions out there. So
exactly.
Yeah. So
he's wild ass beast.
So when it comes to Naruto sealing the 10 tails inside of himself, that's 100%. That's 100% possible. But Kawaki feeling the need to actually seal Naruto somewhere because he's too powerful, I don't think that'll be the case. Now, I will say this. If it comes down to a situation where Kawaki understands that what he wants to do isn't necessarily aligned to what Naruto wants to do, obviously, Kawaki would then feel the need to do away with Naruto, regardless of his power. Because he understands that Naruto, I know you like the saying, is a big dog. He can't just have Naruto sitting there, and you feel me, and just being in opposition to what he wants to do. But obviously, right now, that right there seems like it's going to be highly unlikely because Kawaki loves Naruto.
Yeah, that's facts. That's what I was saying too. Like when I commented on it, I was like, I don't know, but I don't know if he sealed him off onto a different dimension or he
I
just killed dude.
no, I think.
Like I
Oh, go
don't
ahead, go ahead.
know. No, go ahead. Oh, that's somebody was calling me.
No, I think he
Go ahead.
definitely did seal him to a different dimension. I don't think he killed him because if he killed him, he'd essentially told Boruto like probably something like, "Yo, I'm gonna do you how I did the seventh Hokage." He didn't say that. He said, "I'm gonna send you where I sent the seventh Hokage, or I'm gonna send you to meet the
Which
seventh
can mean
Hokage."
to that can mean I'm gonna send you to fucking heaven. Like I'm
That's
gonna send
true.
you to the afterlife. You know, that's what I hear sometimes. If somebody say I'm gonna send you where all right, so like say like your homie died or something like that, and somebody say I'm gonna send you where he at basically. They saying I'm gonna send you to the dirt basically. So
Yeah,
that's what I was getting at it. And then every time I think it was even Naruto explained broke it down in one of his videos as well when they was fighting the battle that I was talking about just recently. Oh, I can't remember their names. I'm too lit. Anyways, the old girl that goes through the mirrors. What fight was that again? That was in the Land of the Waves, right?
yeah, Haku.
Yeah, he was breaking it down like how he said how what's was the other dude name though, the one I was fighting Kakashi.
Are you talking about Zabuza?
Zabuza. Zabuza said the same, like a similar thing to what Kawaki said. He said it to Kakashi. He said basically, I'm gonna send you where your students are about to go to the grave, like they about
I
to go to
see.
the afterlife because they're not gonna be able to be Haku.
No, I see what you mean, but a couple of other things that plays a part into why I think he's not necessarily going to kill Naruto. First things first, he absolutely loves Naruto right now, as of right
I
now.
know, yeah, yeah. As of right now,
Now,
that's why I'm just like hesitant to say that he's gonna kill him. That's
hmm
why I always bring up that like that part where, because I also put in a comment, like I replied to dude's comment. I said I really think that he's talking about like I was like I think Kawaki just didn't want to kill Naruto because he has that love for him, so he sent him somewhere like sealed him off to another dimension. Then I
ah,
was like, or he could have just killed them and saying I'm gonna send you to the grave like the seventh.
yeah,
That,
definitely.
but yeah, I definitely get what you're saying though, and I'm leaning more towards that. It's because he has that love for him. Like he wouldn't kill him. He'll
But
send
hold
him
up,
off somewhere, send him to a different dimension.
let me hit you with something. Well, let me hit you with something else.
Go ahead.
If you remember, the first time that Jigen had a confrontation with Naruto, he didn't
Hmm.
even try to fight Naruto. He tried to leave him in another dimension. Now, that right there is already a tactic that we know is going to work on Naruto because Naruto can't necessarily open any portals. And who was the person to actually teach Kawaki how to fight? The nigga Jigen. So if Jigen
Yeah.
had an idea like that, I believe that Kawaki would also have an idea like that. And it wouldn't just be because he wants to actually, you feel me, not necessarily kill Naruto. Of course, that right there could definitely play a huge part. But also, it would possibly mean that Kawaki doesn't necessarily have to go through the trouble of actually trying to kill Naruto. Because we already know Naruto is going to be strong regardless of how strong Kawaki gets. Obviously, if people say in the future that Kawaki is going to surpass Naruto, Kawaki can actually beat Naruto. Regardless, we understand that. But would Kawaki rather go through the trouble of actually trying to kill Naruto, or just slipping him in another dimension while Naruto's sleeping? You feel me? I'm pretty sure right now. I'm just gonna say I feel 70% sure that Kawaki just seals Naruto in another dimension.
Yeah, that's true. And Jigen was gonna do that too. Like if you remember when he was fighting him and Sasuke, he instead of just outright killing him, he was running out of power anyways, and he started to crack. He told Naruto it'll take too much to kill you. Like like
Exactly.
it'll take me a long time to kill your ass, so it's easier to just seal you off and let you die in here.
Exactly. And even before that,
But
like
he had
we
Kurama though then.
yeah, but even still before that, before
Hmm.
Jigen even thought Sasuke was coming into the picture, he still didn't want to fight Naruto because he didn't want to waste all that time. He
Yeah.
knew that he could have beaten Naruto. He even went to the Ten
Yeah.
Tails and got a stimulus check from the Ten Tails and came back and was like, "Nah, I'm still not fighting Naruto." That's why he knew he could have beaten Naruto. He just didn't want to fight him. Like, let me just slip into a different dimension. So even if Kawaki surpasses Naruto, I
Yo.
still think it's not necessarily a done deal that he's actually going to try to kill Naruto.
My man said he went and got a stimulus check. $10. My bad, you threw me off on that. You a fool, bro. Oh man, no, that's true. That's true though. That's true. He did go to the Ten Tails and absorb chakra just to fight Naruto. So I mean, he could have easily beat Naruto. Well, not easily beat Naruto. He knew he could have beat Naruto, but he knew it would have took him a long time. It would have been too much effort.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So, well, I mean, again, Kawaki sealing Naruto in a different dimension, going back to the original thing, is definitely possible. But him doing it just because Naruto is so strong, I'm not necessarily gonna say that's going to be the case. I think that right there is more unlikely. But him sealing Naruto in a different dimension, that right there is definitely possible.
What do you feel about also? All right, so you watch any? You watch Black Clover at all?
Nah, I never seen it.
You never seen Black Clover? Somebody was asking
No.
a story we gonna cover other anime on here. I was like, possibly not, but alright. So Black Clover pretty much like copy Naruto in a way, not and not really. It got its own little spin. It does its own thing, but
Mm,
basically, I don't know if people in the chat watch Black Clover or anything like that. But basically, the main character he doesn't. It's about magic knights and stuff like that, or not magic knights. I'm sorry. It's about dudes who have magic and they use grimoires and shit like that.
mm-hmm.
So their power is magic. It's kind of like if you want to compare it to the seven deadly sins in a way, but the main character he doesn't have any mana, which means magic.
Mm,
And with the way he gets his magic is because he pretty much gains what is called anti magic from Grimoire with a five leaf clover, and a five leaf clover means the devil, and the devil pretty much is what's inside of him. It's a demon that's inside of him, and he has anti magic. So everybody who has magic pretty much can't fuck with him because dude can like deflect everything that they can do. And he gets different swords and all this shit. But basically, he has this devil inside of him, pretty much how like Naruto in the beginning had Kurama inside of him, and he
uh,
can draw power of the devil inside of him. So, damn, who was I going with this thought? Who was he talking about before?
covering other anime. Nah, Black Clover
No,
sounds
no,
good.
no. No, I was trying to bring it into Boruto though. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you this question right here. So
Uh,
basically, you know how Kurama and Naruto basically become friends at pretty much like at the end of Shippuden, they become
yeah.
friends. It's the
Mm-hmm.
same thing that happens in this anime, pretty much. Like the devil and with the main character name is Asta. The devil and Asta is pretty much like enemies at first. Like he can dip down like how Naruto would go into Kurama's little space into the seal when he'll sit there and talk to him face to face. He can
Yeah.
do the same, pretty much the same thing. Where he'll sit there and talk to the devil and say, "Hey, I need some of your power. Give me this power." And I remember on one of them, he had to like sacrifice his arm to get some of the power. Just get a power boost. But anyways, I say that to say this: like at the end of it, they become friends and they start to be able to like, you know how Naruto get KCM
Yeah.
when him and Kurama start syncing their chakra together.
Mm-hmm.
When Asta and his devil start syncing together, they get different forms and they become like stronger and shit like that. And so that's why people compare it to Naruto.
Mm.
Do you think that they're gonna go through the same like down that same what do they call it, cliche uh anime plot where Momoshiki and Boruto learns how to work together and they become friends? Like how would you feel about, like, I keep on seeing that like theory being passed around because it's like it's something that it's cliche, it happens all the time. How would you feel if they went down that cliche route?
Yo, to be honest, I wouldn't necessarily mind it too much, just because I mean, obviously, it'll be a cliche in regards to all animes, but specifically when we talk about the world of Naruto, we've never seen anything like this. One of the things that a lot of fans right now
Mm.
are just overall clamoring for is an Otsutsuki backstory arc where we see not only
Well, actually
Ishiki
about that
Otsutsuki,
too.
yeah, not only Ishiki Otsutsuki and Kage when they did actually come to Earth for the first
Right.
time, but potentially even when Momoshiki was a child, Kinshiki and Urushiki back just chilling, and also seeing potentially an
Oh,
Otsutsuki King and an Otsutsuki God. A lot of people want to see something like that, and of course, one of the things that could definitely facilitate that is a Momoshiki backstory arc where Momoshiki eventually becomes friends
mhm.
with Boruto. But do I think it's likely? I think it's going to be a lot less likely than what I. Matter of fact, I'm not necessarily going to say than what Austin his demon is actually going through because I haven't necessarily seen the story, but it's going to be a lot less likely than Karma and Naruto because Karma himself he was mad at just humans. Period. Like he was a ball of hatred. Momoshiki actually has something to do. Like he's on a mission. Like I'm pretty
Oh,
sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Momoshiki wants to become the Otsutsuki god. Now he's not necessarily going to be able
okay.
to do that in the body of Boruto. How is it not? That's damn near impossible. So unless Boruto adopts Momoshiki's ideals and plans, and then they together want to become the Otsutsuki God, I don't really see it happening unless that actually does happen. You feel me? So if Boruto eventually says, "Yo, I'll do what you want. I'll go to different dimensions, killing off millions of people and eating chakra fruits," I could maybe Momoshiki will agree with that. But unless that happens, I don't see it.
You don't see it happening. I don't
No.
see it happening either. But it's like a cliche in anime where the thing inside of them two become friends, and they
Yeah.
start working together. They build different bigger powers. Like how they're kind of going in that they're no, not really, not necessarily. We don't know what's really going to happen next, but they're
Uh,
kind of going in that route, kind of where they're like syncing their powers together. Where Boruto actually has his eye open while he's possessed by Momoshiki. So I'm kind of interested on what's going to happen with that.
well, I've always said, during that actual specific chapter, I didn't even really make a preview to this chapter either. By the way, if you guys aren't necessarily up to date with the manga, we're going to be talking about some manga content. But I think
So I didn't even
Boruto,
think about that. My bad.
yeah, no, it's cool though. I think Boruto completely has control over that power. I think that's his. I think that Momoshiki is going to be suppressed for right now. Now, obviously, in the future,
Hell,
yeah, yeah. So I mean, in the future, maybe Momoshiki catch it back up. You never know. He probably will. But as of right now, you feel me? I think it's just gonna be Boruto, just Boruto for
bro,
his fight.
that's beast. That's beast. If Boruto can use all of Momoshiki's powers, bro. Because remember they was talking about how Otsutsuki's is pretty much like they live for so long and they eat the chakra fruit, and the chakra fruit they eat basically like they take the DNA and the
All the
battle
information.
experience,
Hmm.
and yeah, it's all downloaded into them. So in a sense, Boruto will have all of Momoshiki's battle experience, and he'll be able to use that in battle, bro. That's overpowered.
Yeah, pick it up, throwing down. I'll even go even further. If Boruto knows all the memories, all the moves, and all the experiences of Momoshiki, Boruto doesn't even need to gain Momoshiki's trust. He could just siphon. He could just use Momoshiki's power back to back to back. The only downside to this, though, is that Momoshiki doesn't necessarily naturally give Boruto any chakra boost. With KCM, Naruto is getting a pool of chakra, so Naruto could fight for days. He's actually stated by one of the texts that he has infinite stamina. Boruto is gonna have very finite stamina. He's not going to be able to
Yeah.
fight for a very long time. So obviously he'd be able to do a giant Rasengan, obviously, but after that giant Rasengan, how much longer can he actually fight? So that right there is going to be the major problem.
But
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
he can absorb jutsu. So we're not at the point. So if they like follow what the manga is doing, I mean the anime was doing.
Uh,
No, the manga did it as well. Where Borishiki, that's what we're gonna call him. Where when Momoshiki was possessing him before he stabbed or after he stabbed Sasuke with the in his Rinnegan,
mm,
he was trying not to absorb chakra because he didn't want to wake up Boruto. So if the person that Boruto's fighting is using ninjutsu, then he can absorb that jutsu, and that's going to replenish a lot of his chakra.
well, see, that's interesting you say that. A couple of things. We don't know if the people that he's fighting is going to give Boruto that opportunity to absorb chakra. Hypothetically, he's fighting a character called Code right now. He knows what the Karma Seal is able to do. He's not necessarily going to be just giving Boruto openings to actually absorb some of that chakra. So hypothetically, yes, that right there would definitely make a lot of sense. But just like how Naruto and Sasuke understood that what Momoshiki did was absorb chakra and just reflect it back to them, they fought Momoshiki without actually using ninjutsu. So that right there could be the same thing here. Another thing though that's very important that a lot of people need to understand: Momoshiki's experiences in battle style, he fights as if he has infinite chakra because he's an Otsutsuki member. He actually has damn near infinite chakra. If Boruto tries to fight like that, it could be a very quick L for Boruto. So right now, I mean, it sounds good, but the chakra, with the chakra pool that Boruto has, it might be a disaster fighting against a character as good as Code. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying when you say that. I was just like just putting it out there because you said that he has very low chakra. So I'm just saying, like maybe he's able to absorb jutsu if Code, because we don't know. Like Code, yeah, maybe he knows how to. Do he know? Does he know how to use a Karma Seal like to its full potential? He just really got it. He had the white Karma Seal, but he just really got the power. So does he have Momoshiki? I'm not Momoshiki. Does he have a Shiki's battle experience too? Is that downloaded into his Karma Seal? Did he get
Uh,
that data, or did he
uh,
just get his power?
Ishiki been had the Karma Seal. Ishiki been had it. I'm
No,
not
no, no, no,
Ishiki.
no.
Excuse me. Code.
Oh, okay, okay.
Code Ben had the Karma Seal. Like even the last chapter, he was essentially coaching my man's Boruto through the actual process of him. You mean unlocking that second stage of the Karma Seal. So Code knows exactly what he's doing. The overall question is going to be, as you said, does he have the battle experiences of Ishiki Otsutsuki? I believe even if he has that battle experience of Ishiki Otsutsuki, Code is already capped because they didn't necessarily want him to surpass Jigen. So even if he has all that experience, oh, what's good? It's Meek in the chat. Yo, another one, a big dog in the community. But yeah, so even though Code is going to potentially have all the experiences and knowledge of Ishiki Otsutsuki, he's still not necessarily going to be stronger than Jigen because they manually nerfed Code. Now, if you tell me that Code's going to have to if someone's going to take the limiter off of Code, now I have absolutely no idea. Obviously, he's not necessarily going to be just as strong as Ishiki Otsutsuki because Jigen himself, even without the limiter and having all the experience of Ishiki Otsutsuki, he himself wasn't necessarily as strong as Ishiki Otsutsuki, but still, you feel me? He was strong. So I think Code is still going to be strong, but not necessarily Ishiki Otsutsuki strong. Or even Jigen
Okay.
strong right now.
Okay, I'll pick up. I hear what you're saying, but do you think, because that's going to be his goal? You don't think that he wants to get those limiters taken off?
Oh, my
Because
bad.
he was looking
My,
out
my
off.
bad. Another big dog, Astro Jack in the chat. Shout out to Astro Jack. My God.
They these people they do content.
Oh, yeah. Astro Jack and Ismik, yeah. Boruto content creators. I don't even know if I should call them
Tell them
Boruto content creators. Just content creators.
it don't matter. Tell them to hop on a podcast sometime.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah,
Well,
so
they listening to us, so hop on a podcast sometime. Shit.
yeah, yeah, definitely. We could talk some Boruto or talk anything. Don't
Yes,
matter. But
exactly.
yeah, so when it comes to gaining the knowledge, you feel me? A lot of people even ask me right now, is Boruto gonna be just as strong as Momoshiki? That's not gonna happen. Boruto's base right now and just his chakra pool is not necessarily gonna allow for that. Or it's me say he's down, but Boruto's chakra pool is not necessarily gonna allow for that. But is he going to be a lot stronger than he was? Absolutely. Is Cole going to be a lot
Right.
stronger than he was without the Karma Seal? Absolutely. They're not. They might not necessarily be Otsutsuki level or the original Otsutskis that they did get the Karma Seal from, but they're going to be a lot stronger. Yeah.
So, what do you think about Naruto and Code then? So, since we saying Naruto ain't as weak as people think that he is, how do you think he's gonna handle up with Code without his limiters taken off?
No, I think Cole would beat Naruto. I think Cole would
You
definitely
think
beat
he gonna dog
Naruto.
wash him? Like I'm
Oh
talking
yeah,
about, you think he gonna dog wash him? You think like
yeah,
Naruto
definitely.
got some type of chance?
No.
No chance at all.
He'd watch Naruto. I think the question that a lot
Naruto
of
and Sasuke together.
that's the question. Would he be able to beat Naruto and Sasuke? I wish Ismik and Astro Jack was in a Discord right now so I could ask him. A lot of people would say yes, which is why I believe the upcoming chapters are going to be so important, mainly because it's definitely possible for Naruto and Sasuke to meet up with stage 2 of Boruto plus Kawaki. I believe that 4-man team would definitely be able to beat Code, but Naruto and Sasuke alone versus Code is definitely a discussion.
That's what I'm saying. So, all right. So we have Naruto who can still go into Sage mode, and
Hmm.
then we have Sasuke who can still use his Mangekyo Sharingan. So with those two powers together, you don't think that they'll be able to stand at least a chance against Cole?
See, here's the thing. A- Again, it goes back to the Titan versus Titan thing. It's not necessarily like the Akatsuki thing. A lot of battles right now is predicated about how fast and strong a certain character actually is. For example, Naruto and Sasuke were completely outmatched with Ishiki Otsutsuki when it came to power and strength. It wasn't necessarily the abilities. Even if we actually look at how Sasuke fights, a lot of the times he rarely uses his Rinnegan. He really only uses it to switch places.
Teleport. Yeah.
So when it comes to Naruto and Sasuke versus Code, how
He used
fast
a
and how
Chubaku Tensei against Momoshiki though.
that's true. Didn't really work, but that's true. How
It didn't really work.
now, for now, how fast and strong is Code? Can Code speed blitz Naruto? Can he speed blitz Sasuke? Those are going to be the core questions, and I think the abilities come later. Obviously, Code has some interesting abilities. They even compared it to Minato's abilities. I think Sasuke is going to be able to dissect that.
Right.
That aspect, I think it's down pat. But are they going to be able to handle just his overall speed and strength? I think that's where the dilemma comes from. Now, when it comes to actual abilities, you're gonna be having to worry about Damon and Ida. Those are the people I believe that Sasuke may not be able to actually figure out their abilities, because their abilities, as you know, Jigen himself was like, nah, we gotta nerf, we gotta kill these guys. Jigen himself couldn't figure them out. You feel me?
Yeah, that's true. That's
So
true.
those two is
Why
gonna be
do
the dumbest.
why do you think why do you think they because all right, so was Cole just not all right, so Cole is stronger than Jigen. He's not as stronger than Ashiki, right? With his emitters taken off, that's how they pretty much is
Yeah,
making it
yeah.
in the series. Okay, never mind then. So never mind on that question.
But then again, we don't know. They never really compared Code to Ishiki Otsutsuki. They only compared Code to Jigen. I don't even think that Amato could have made that judgment because he never really seen Ishiki Otsutsuki. So we don't know.
Yeah. So I remember I saw you did a video as well about a potential time skip. Do
Uh,
you think that they should like how do what do you how do you feel about that time skip? Like
yeah, I think the time skip should have came right after the Ishiki Otsutsuki fight. If we're being completely honest, I think they're probably
mm,
gonna do. I think they may do it after this arc. My gut tells me that they're probably gonna have another arc after Code, and then they'll probably do the
right.
time skip. But we're gonna know a lot. I uploaded a video about it yesterday. We're gonna know a lot about the time skip after Jump Festa, because whether they want to talk about it or not, they're gonna get questions about the time skip, and I'm pretty sure they could choose to just decline all the questions. But
How do you tune into Jump Festa?
to be honest, I don't even know. I just tune into Abdul on Twitter, Organic Dinosaur on Twitter, and Boruto for Life on Twitter to see what they talk about, because
Okay.
they're gonna be talking in Japanese, so we're gonna have to get the translations regardless.
True.
It's not really
True.
that important for me to tune into it live. So I'm gonna see what they talk about. You feel me? Report on that. Hopefully they talk about it, because if you probably don't know, the last year's Jump Festa, they actually did say that, you feel me, it was coming soon. You feel me? So it's a year past soon, so it's gonna be sooner. Like, I don't know.
How far of a time skip do you think they're gonna give us? Do you think it's gonna be like 2 3 years?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's gonna be 2 3 years. We're gonna see Boruto at age 16. Definitely. Speaking of 2 3 years, it's Meek basically said that he's not really ready for 2 to 3 years of anime original content. I don't really think it's gonna be that long of anime original content. And even if it is that long of anime original content, I believe the anime original arcs has to be a lot better than the arcs that they have given us in the past. It got, as I told you earlier, a lot of people want to see the Otsutsuki backstory. A lot of people want to see a lot of the fill in stuff of Kage versus Ishiki Otsutsuki. I'm pretty damn sure if they make like a Kata organization arc, the origin stories of the Kata organization, a lot of people will like it. Make it like like a 20 episode
You know
arc
how
just
they
about that.
did the car? They could have did the car organization like we talked about this with Ian. They could have did the car organization so much better if like the Kage fought against the car organization members rather than how they went out in the anime. You
Mm,
know what I'm saying? And they
yeah,
would have seemed a lot more stronger if they fought the Kages. Like Gara got to fight one of the car member insiders instead of
definitely.
just leaving it all basically in the lead, because it basically seems like Naruto, at least they outsourced pretty much. They gave us like the Cloud Ninjas. They gave us all different types of um what do they call it? My bad.
Yeah.
They gave us all different types of they gave us all types of different ninjas and stuff like that. So all we
Mm.
get to see is the Leaf Ninjas. We don't really get to see none of the other clans and stuff like that. Well, not clans, but other villages is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, it I lost my train of thought. So
No,
like I think that would have been a lot better if they would have dropped them like how you said, dropped them in other villages. Like if she would have went to what do you say if
yeah,
Delta would have got dropped to what
I
village?
said if Delta would have got dropped in the Cloud Village and just knocked off A, you feel me? Damn near drove
Yeah.
Killer B to the brink of death, and then had Delta make a beeline to Naruto and tried to piece him up. A lot of people would have had a lot more respect for Delta. And when it comes to actual power scaling, Delta would definitely be able to just kill A and of course drive Killer B to the brink of death. But a lot of people don't see her like that. A lot of people just see it like, oh, Naruto was holding back, completely disregarding the fact that Naruto said multiple times that he's gonna stop playing with Delta, and later on in the fight he was visibly tired. But that's besides the point.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that you hinted on was specifically other villages. When it comes to anime original stuff, I believe they could definitely dive into those other arcs. Not even just the other arcs. For example, and I have a bigger point I want to talk about with that. But right now, Naruto's original goal was to bring peace to the shinobi. That has not
Right.
happened yet. He brought peace to the five great nations, but we seen prior to the actual deeper arc, there's a bunch of places that is still just like ravaged with a bunch of war. They haven't
Right.
necessarily recuperated even from the
Sick.
last Great War. You feel me?
Yep.
So I believe that Naruto could go into those neighborhoods. We see an arc about that of him actually doing what he was supposed to do and actually creating actual peace amongst all shinobi, not just the five great nations. See what I'm saying?
Would have been epic like if they would have went that route. I think that they like skipped over a lot of stuff. Like I don't know how the writers like I'm not really educated on who the writers are and how the writers who the writers were of Naruto, like the anime wise, not the manga wise.
Mm-hmm.
But they like missed a lot of great opportunities. Like we did get a lot of great arcs, like the Mitsuki retrieval arc and the one when they went to the man when they went to the prison.
The
And you
Hozuki
gotta watch the
Castle arc,
movie
yeah.
too, the Hozuki Castle arc, because
Mm,
there's a blood. You gotta watch. I think it's called Blood Prison or something like that.
mm.
Naruto the movie, bro. You gotta watch that one because they got that from that movie, the Hozuki Castle. But it
Mm-hmm.
was a lot more. It was way different in the movie.
Yeah,
Like
I
they put
got.
this thing on Naruto where he did they do that same? Oh, they did the same thing in Boruto too, where they put that thing on him like that seal on him where they couldn't use no jutsu, right? Or
Oh,
they
I'm
burn.
not. You asking me? You trying to confirm with me? I don't know. Maybe it's Mika something in the
No,
comment section.
no. In Boruto, they
Oh
put that
yeah,
seal
yeah,
on him when they
yeah.
went
They
to the
definitely put
castle.
that
It's the
seal. Yeah,
same
yeah, yeah.
thing.
Yeah, they put that
It's the
seal on them.
same thing in a movie, bro. You gotta watch the movie. That's where they got that from.
Oh, all right. That's cool. Yeah, definitely.
Let me look it up and make sure that's the real name of the movie because I'm going off the top of my head. It's on Netflix for sure though. Okay, that's why I watched that.
Partner, I could just look up Naruto in prison on Netflix. They'll pull it right up. But another thing I did want to talk about when it came to actual villages, this right here is just anime only content that I'm just thinking about. For example, they can have an actual war or just some
Yeah, it's called
conflict.
Blood Prison.
Yeah,
My bad.
the,
Go ahead. You said they have
anime
war
only
and conflict.
anime only stuff. They can have war and conflict between the actual other villages. Potentially, we see a character as strong as like a Pain. Obviously, we understand that Naruto and Sasuke can just pull up and shut that down quickly with the quickness and stuff like that. But obviously, that right there is going to present a problem for other villages in the nation. Now, what the big thing about these specific arcs, hypothetically, if it does happen, the people that die actually do stay dead. So hypothetically, if Killer B dies, he'd have to stay dead. One of the biggest things that a lot of people don't necessarily like about anime original content and even fill it to a bigger scale, a lot of things that happen in those don't necessarily translate. And this right here is a big place where Boruto separates itself because in an anime original in an anime original arc, Anoki died. He's not coming back anytime soon. Like that right there was canon. I believe if they could make some actual conflict between other villages with some actual stakes, have people actually die, a lot of people would be interested in that. So it wasn't now obviously Boruto's main story would be with the manga, but there's still a lot of people out there that's interested in not only Gara, they're interested in like Tamari, they're interested in other old generation characters that of course they want to see fight again, and they want to see them fight people of their own skill and talent. They don't necessarily want to see them go against a final form of Momoshiki where they just get completely demolished.
So you think like there will be like you think there's gonna be a future with Kara? You think like because they still are an organization in some type of way because we got Cole who's leading it in a way, but I guess you can say Ada's leading it because Cold is pretty much simping over her. Like, I don't know if you be watching anime Balls Deep, but they always joke about that. How he's simping over her
Yeah,
and
yeah.
shit. So she's pretty much controlling it. She's telling him not to kill Kawaki and basically all that. So like the Karg organization still exists, and we got this kid named I'm spoiling stuff. People who probably ain't reading the manga.
Yeah.
But all right, so sorry guys, I'm about to spoil it anyway. So we got this kid named Damon. We got this kid named Damon with this crazy ass ability and stuff like that. So do you think that they're gonna take that? Because I'm pretty sure that they know that they wasted a lot of potential with the car organization. It kind of like killed them off faster than what they should have been killed off. So you think that they will use these characters as they building them now to flesh out more of the other villages, or you think that they're gonna keep it more in the Leaf Village, like how they've been keeping it with this new cyborg and stuff that they're creating? Sorry, more spoilers.
Well, Masashi Kishimoto is writing the manga right now, so I definitely do have more faith in Masashi Kishimoto potentially making the anime implement them a lot better than they did implement the Kata organization in the past. And I even, one of my Illuminati theories, my big brain tinfoil hat theories, I kind of said that they probably rushed through the Kodachi manga content stuff because they want to be completely done with Kodachi. I believe they would have just dragged out
In the anime or
yeah,
the manga?
in the anime. So
Okay.
when it came to the anime, at a point in 30 weeks they adapted 30 chapters. That right there was unheard of when it came to the Boruto anime. You see what I'm saying? I believe they possibly sped ran through that because those were Kodachi's chapters. I believe because Masashi Kishimoto is behind the helm right now, they might actually take more time to flesh out what he's writing, make it seem like more actual gold. If you put a lot of backstory and world building behind that, because that right there is the actual current writer. Not only that, but he's the GOAT. He's essentially the person that actually did write Naruto. Masashi Kishimoto right now is he's trying to, kind of adapt to the Boruto style of writing, because Boruto style of writing is very different from Naruto style of writing. A lot of stuff gets explained specifically with Boruto in the anime. He's not necessarily used to he's not necessarily used to that yet. So I believe they're definitely gonna expand it more, especially when it comes to the Kata organization characters in the anime from now on.
Okay. So, cause that's one thing that I was thinking. I'm like, how are they going to do the future of Kara? Like, do you think Kara going to stick around though, or do you think that he going to bring in some type of, like you said, it might be another arc after this? So, do you think that they're just going to completely finish Kara after this arc, or do you think Kara is going to have some type of influence in the future?
No, I think it depends, partner. I think it depends. Right now, what I think, Damon and Ida, they're not with Code. They made it very clear from the jump that it's Damon and Ida, and then it's Code. You feel me? So I personally believe even if Code literally dies in one of the upcoming chapters, Damon and Ida, they're gonna be themselves. I'm not even gonna lie, there's a possibility that Damon and Ida might actually join the Hidden Leaf Village, partner. I wouldn't even be surprised.
You think so?
Yo, if we're talking about the GOAT, saying a GOAT might not even do it justice, bruh. We're talking about the architect, the creator of Talk No Jutsu. Imagine Naruto getting a hold of Damon, bro. Come on, bro. Give Naruto just 5 minutes alone with Damon, bro. Damon he gonna be a full-fledged Hidden Leaf Shinobi, bro. Come on.
Bro, you a fool. Give him the headband and everything.
I'm telling you, bro. You see, I'm telling you, yo, you gave Naruto 5 episodes with Kawaki, bro. This man willing to die for the Hidden Leaf Village, bro. Come on, partner.
Oh, bro, you clown, bro. You funny as hell.
No, I'm so serious. I wouldn't even be surprised, bro.
I know you are. I know. Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. That would. I mean, you do make a good point because we are talking about the chief of Talk No Jutsu. Naruto is gonna probably talk him out of his drawers, like, yo,
whoa, wait, you took it too far, partner. You took it. Hey, chat, what are you? Hey, chat. But
rewind.
But
you know what the hell I mean, bro.
Yeah.
Naruto gonna talk him. Yeah, Naruto gonna talk him. He gonna give him the headband. Naruto gonna make him, like you said, a Hidden Leaf Shinobi. But I don't know. This kid Damon is kind of off the wall, though.
Yeah,
You think
nah,
that he will listen to Naruto? Because he's a cyborg, isn't he?
nah, bro. I think it's more likely that he'd be willing to listen to Naruto just because of the fact that.
Somebody said, "Chill out."
Yeah, well, yeah, I think it's more likely that he'd be willing to listen to Naruto just because of the fact that Ida doesn't necessarily dislike, you feel me, per se, Naruto, and even likes Boruto and Kawaki. Some and Boruto and Kawaki, they love Naruto, obviously. So I'm not gonna lie, I personally believe they're setting up framework for that to actually happen. Like, I'm not
For
necessarily
her to
saying it's
betray
going
Cole.
for yeah, definitely. I'm not necessarily saying that it's going to happen, but right now, hypothetically, in like 12 months, if Damon and Ida are hitting Leaf Ninjas full blown, I wouldn't be surprised.
You
I
know
wouldn't
why
be
I don't think that would happen though?
talk.
Because then, all right, then we would definitely need another Osuski to appear in the series because then we don't have code no more to try to feed Kawaki or Boruto to the God Tree.
Oh, say that again.
Oh, I said that if I don't really think that they're going to betray Cole. I mean, possibly it's a possibility,
Mm.
but if they kill off Cole, then we're going to really need another Osuski in the series because then we don't have anybody to feed Kawaki or Boruto to the God Tree.
Whoa, that
Unless we're just gonna have Momoshiki feed Kawaki to the God Tree because we don't have Code no more to do it. Or I mean
well,
to
no,
the Ten Cells. I'm sorry, not to the God Tree.
that doesn't have to be the conflict. Like right now, we understand the conflict is that someone's probably gonna feed Naruto or someone's gonna try to feed Naruto or Kawaki to the Ten Tails because they're part Otsutsuki.
Boruto.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, Boruto. But that right there in
Not yet.
itself, but that right there in itself doesn't necessarily have to be the conflict. For example, we could end this arc right now, and the two missing Otsutsuki members that we did see from the other dimension may pop up. So that might be a completely different scenario. You feel me? They might just want to take the ten tails that Ishiki Otsutsuki left behind and plant it right then and there, and one of them going to actually be the sacrifice. They don't even need Boruto and Kawaki. So you never know.
Yeah, but I don't know, man, because then that just defeats the purpose of everything they've been building up with Code. So they just wipe Code out.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that, but I'm just the possibility and the probability. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. I believe, if you ask me, there's going to come a time where Code gets his limiter lifted, and then we're probably gonna have to deal with Code right then and there. You feel when he's
Mhm.
at full force and everything. But again, right now, if you ask me, I want to bounce the probabilities in 12 months. I wouldn't rule out Damon and Ida being full blown hitting Leaf Ninjas.
I don't know about Hidden Leaf Ninjas, but I do think they're gonna betray him because they are hinting towards it. Like, because Ada doesn't really like Cole too much or trust Cole. She ain't even trying to tell him all of her abilities and David's
Yeah,
abilities.
yeah, you seen
Yeah,
it.
so I agree with you on that one. I agree with you on there. Well, they going to betray him, but I mean, yeah, we don't really need Code in the series anyways because they're teasing Kawaki. I mean, yeah, Kawaki versus Boruto at the end anyway, so we already know Code is gonna be a bye bye.
Yeah, so by far, I don't really think that Code is going to be the final boss or anything. But
Oh
you know,
no, that's not what I'm trying to say as far as him being the final boss. But I don't. What I was trying to say is like I don't think they're gonna kill him off too easily. Is what I'm trying
yeah,
to say.
yeah, I could definitely agree with that. I mean, I could even find it. I could even see a scenario of Damon and Ida join the Hidden Leaf Village, and Code gets his limiter lifted, and now Code is going up against the Hidden Leaf Ninjas, potentially even trying to seal, but and he potentially seals Ida somewhere, so he doesn't really get distracted. You feel me?
I don't know about that happening because her abilities is to make the person fall in love with them. Well,
Yeah,
I guess yeah, him tilling her away would be
yeah,
better than killing her. I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
He can't kill her, but he could definitely do away with her, similar to what we talking about with Kawaki and Naruto. You feel me?
In Naruto, yeah, you got a point there. I was totally disregarding that one.
Kawaki has the karma still, so he go open portals. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, do you be watching or do you be keeping up with the Dragon Ball manga at all?
A tiny bit. I only watch reviews. I watch
Mm-hmm.
Geekdom. Every time Geekdom makes a preview, a spoiler, bro, I'm near. Live streams, I'm near. It's crazy. If anybody in the comments, well, anybody in the chat watches Geekdom, bro, I'm with you, bro.
I do.
He has absolutely no idea who I am, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm probably one of the dude's biggest fans.
I watch him too. I've been watching him probably as long as I've been watching you and Naruto explain. Probably longer. Probably longer when he wasn't even showing his face on camera.
Mm-hmm.
When
Yeah.
nobody knew what he looked like, they was trying to get him to do a face reveal like you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
don't get why people want you to do a face reveal though. Like I don't mean to
Bro.
like blow your cover. If they just go on your Twitter, they can see what you look like. Like you put your Twitter.
No. Yeah, I think people actually do want to see me talk while my face is actually being
Mm.
seen. I think that's something completely different. Now,
Well,
obviously,
tell them to get you to 100,000 so you can do it, and then we can do the podcast on video instead of doing it like this. But
yeah,
I get tired
definitely.
of being on video though, bro. Like honestly, like even though like I don't even upload on my channel no more because I'm like, bro, I get tired of being on video. Like it gets exhausting sometimes. Sometimes it's cool to just sit behind the microphone and just record audio like we doing right now. Like I don't have my camera on. Like
Pot.
when I first like met you and Ian, I did it with the
Mm-hmm.
camera on. But after that, I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna put the camera on. I'm just gonna do it with my face off and just do the audio.
Pot. No, I ain't gonna lie. It's freeing doing a commentary without the video. I'm gonna explain why I don't have it. Why I didn't necessarily do a video. But I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be recording commentaries. The do rag still on, tank top with Kool-Aid still. Well, come on, Pop. So I'm out here just getting right with the video. You feel me? Oh yeah, 20 minutes of just recording. Yeah, that's straight. You see people like you feel me? Other people they gotta get right. Make
They
sure
gotta
they got
have
their
yeah,
hairline straight.
exactly.
Like
My
you feel
boy
me?
said, Kool-Aid stains.
I'm telling you, bro. Come
No,
on, Pop.
I totally understand. No, that's what I'm saying. I agree with you. Like, it's way more refreshing to be like just behind the microphone and not having to be on camera. Like, you can just sit here, like, especially like, for instance, like I work from home and shit. So like, I work from home. I'll be sitting down and like whatever. Like when I had to go to the office, I had to be dressed up and shit. I'll be in my pajamas, bro. Like,
Yeah, yeah, I feel yeah.
like
So it's a lot easier to do it without the face cam. Oh, so specifically when I first started my channel, first things first, one of my favorite YouTubers, I model my channel after him. It's called Birdman. OMG is Birdman. And he essentially does like the same thing that I do, where it's like he kind of does commentary videos without the actual, you feel me, without his actual face in the video. And he made like I don't know, like thousands of videos. I ain't gonna lie. Ever since like I want to say 2012, I've been watching his videos. So when it comes to inspiration, like this guy is the reason why I don't really have my face in the video, and also geekdom as well. Anime wise, when it comes to inspirations, again another one didn't really have his face in the video, so I didn't necessarily feel a need to actually put my face in the video until people have been
they're
asking.
gonna
But of course, on my Twitter, I got my pictures all around.
that's why I was like, dude has his picture on Twitter. If you really like want to know what he looked like that bad, you can just go on his Twitter and see what he looked
No,
like.
I think it kind of gets difficult because my actual profile picture, which I'm going to change soon, but my actual profile picture, it's a little bit dark, and I got a
It
bunch
is.
of pictures in my actual media, but I post so much pictures that people would be scrolling for like
Yeah,
10 minutes to
for
actually
years.
get yeah. So I think a lot of people just want to see
You know
just
what
put
is also kind of dope though? Sorry to cut you off. It's the
mm,
mystery too. Like they hear the
yeah.
voice, but they be like, "Ooh, what's the face behind the voice?" I really want to see the face behind the voice, so they tune in all the time, just because of that mystery aspect. You know what I'm saying? So like that's kind of interesting as well. Like that bring that that factor into your videos as well. Like that's why people want to see what you look like is so much. Like they like, what the hell does he look like? I hear his voice all the time. What the hell does he look like though?
Yeah, so I always didn't necessarily want that level of anonymity. For example, we know, as I said, I got my pictures on my Twitter. If anybody wants to see what I look like, just go on my Twitter. But it comes to a certain point where it's like you could never really please anybody that wants to see your face, especially a kind of someone like Dream. Do you know Dream? He's a YouTuber.
I don't think no, it doesn't ring a
All right.
bell.
So there's a Minecraft YouTuber called Dream. I don't really watch him, but he's a he,
I don't do Minecraft, so yeah, that's probably why I never seen him.
yeah, but he's insanely huge. I'm talking about like he'll tweet a dot and get hundreds of thousands of likes and like thousands of retweets. It's
My
crazy.
son probably know who he is then if he do Minecraft.
Yeah,
Yeah, YouTube you said, right?
yeah. He probably
Dream?
knows who he
Okay.
is. Dream and also Corpse Husband, both of them the same thing. They'll tweet a dot, get hundreds of thousands of likes. You feel me? So when people want to see what they look like, it's now a big thing. You feel me? Like people, like you feel me? People are probably like actively looking for them to actually sneak a picture or something like that. But I'm telling yo, they probably be hiding they probably be. But I'm telling you, bro, they probably play like they deaf or something. They can't really speak or anything when they outside, just because they're so deathly afraid of people actually seeing their face. So when it come to me, like some people, I haven't necessarily had anybody recognizing me off my voice, but if anybody do, like,
Right.
ain't no real problem with that. You feel me?
So you don't have people in your own town that know you from being Barbie?
Nah. You know what's funny? And I'll probably post this when I hit 100,000. When I was in high school, I believe my
Get Barbie to 100,000.
yeah, my sophomore year, I did a couple of vines. I did like probably like 5 vines all total, and I take the bus to school. Everybody knew me. Like I on a bus, yo, everybody be like, "Yo, you that guy from Vine?" I'm telling, bro, I had probably like 2,000 followers on Vine, something like that, bro. And like everybody noticed me from that, but I'm much big on YouTube and nobody notices me, so it's crazy.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. It's people in the comments. We just ignoring the comments, bro.
Oh yeah, damn.
Yo, bet I don't know what he's really talking about yet, but he said those who sees call themselves God and Toneri called the Celestials. What do you think about Toneri being it? Because like Toneri is not even hasn't even been mentioned since he got sealed off by old boy.
I brought this up in one of my last videos. It was way at the end though. I recently want to start doing this. A lot of people ask me questions in the comments, so I do like a Q&A type of video. So somebody asked me what's the situation with Tonetti. I said recently, it's possible that Tonetti gets unsealed because Boruto right now, if it's true what Code said that Boruto gets the memories and all the abilities and all the battle experiences of Momoshiki, Boruto can literally recall from Momoshiki's memory, hypothetically, if that's possible, that Urishiki is up there. I mean, that Toneri is up there on the moon, and Urishiki went to go 212 him real quick, you feel me, and seal him. He may have the opportunity to actually unseal, you feel me, what's it called, Toneri, because of Momoshiki's abilities. If that's the case, we may actually get to see Toneri unsealed really, really soon. Now, it all depends on how much knowledge he gains from Momoshiki. If it's everything, I think that's definitely in the realm of possibilities. If it's just this battle experience, how he fights, then obviously that right there wouldn't be the case. People do want to see Toneri. That right there is definitely a way where we could possibly see something like that happen. You see what I'm saying? Oh, by the way, I just want to respond to a comment. Booth guy basically says, Barbie X Mello the Dreamer. Yo, Mello is super cool. We might even have him on the podcast one of these days. I have absolutely no idea. I stopped by one of his live streams. It was cool. And Sensational. He pretty much asked, make a poll about who's the best Boruto villain. Drop some names in the comment section below because in a poll you gotta name the actual villains. But that's pretty much it.
The best Boruto villains?
Yeah.
Who's the dopest? All right, let me see. Let me think about that one. Bro, Deepa had mad potential, and I think they wasted him.
Nah, yeah, 100%. I think Deepa though, just like Smeek said it early in the chat, you feel me? He basically said that Deepa went around and actually had character development. He was actually just knocking a bunch of people off. So he himself, he already came in with a certain level of clout. People was automatically scared of him. So I think he definitely had a lot of potential. He was definitely one of the best villains in the series.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. He had a lot of character development. I mean, we got the dope compression Rasengan and stuff like that in that dope scene with Mitsuki going sage mode and all that. But I think that they should have just like dragged it out a little bit more and let him go through a couple, like how we saying, like how the card members should have went through more of the villages and had a couple more bodies. Like they really didn't have no bodies like that. Like even him, like he had a lot of bodies, but we really didn't see his bodies. You know, we didn't really see his body counts except for the Cloud Ninjas that he fought. I think he killed 2 of them and left Anoki. What was the dude's name? I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Amu, I think you're talking about
Amu. Yeah, they let him survive. He's the only one that survived. He only killed 2 of them. He should have had him go in the village and fight. That should have been the person who went to the Cloud Village. I think people should have went to the Cloud Village.
Well, it was a little bit different. Here's the thing. I think
People won
Deep.
an Oscar according to Ian.
Yeah, definitely. But you feel me? I believe that Deepa, he served his purpose. I think he was supposed to die to Boruto on the rest. I think what would have made it a lot better if it would be if Boruto would actually activate his karma seal right then and there. And actually, that's how he killed Deepa, because I think just having Deepa die to a couple of Genins, that right there doesn't necessarily do him the most justice. But now with a character like
Right.
Delta, I believe because she never really had that established, you feel me, fear in her character, I think
Right.
her getting that character development is a little bit more, you feel me, needed. But Deepa definitely, if Deepa would have got dropped in a hit in Cloud Village, a lot of people would have liked it, but a lot of people would have gotten mad that Deepa did all that with the Cloud Ninjas, potentially killed off some of the fan favorites just to lose to a couple of Genins. I think that right there would have set a lot of people off.
Yeah. Somebody said Shin Uchiha.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I forgot the actual name of the channel, but it's the reaction channel. I think it's called RVTV. Some of you guys may have actually seen it, but nah, it's not even RVTV. I ain't gonna lie. It's something else, but it's like a Boruto reaction channel. You feel me? And it's like one of them actually said that they think that Shin Uchiha is the best Uchiha member. Like that's
Best
crazy.
What?
Yeah, yeah, like, that's crazy.
Explain. You gotta go deep. You gotta explain
Oh,
that one.
RTTV. There it goes. RTTV.
You got-
Yo, I didn't
You
really.
gotta all right, I'm gonna have to either watch his YouTube video or you gonna have to explain, because you know what you know me, bro. I love Uchiha. You gonna
Yeah.
tell me that Shin is the best
Yeah,
one?
yeah. I seen it. Yeah, I know.
No way.
I don't know. I
Does he
seen
make
it.
clones of himself?
I don't know. I seen it in a clip. I didn't really hear his explanation behind it. This guy right here. If you guys are seeing my actual chat or whatever, my stream, this guy right here, he basically said that Shin Uchiha is the best, or his favorite Uchiha. Now, when it comes to power, a lot of people do underrate Shin Uchiha, but Shin Uchiha objectively is one of the strongest Uchiha members. If he was actually an Uchiha, but definitely, you feel me? I get where you're coming from. It is kind
Somebody
of
said
disrespectful.
Shin held his own against old Team 7, although they weren't going out. That's not true, because Naruto wasn't fighting Shin. It was only Sasuke. Somebody put Shin held his own against OT and 7, although they weren't going all out. I don't remember Naruto fighting Shin at all.
Well, no. Naruto did fight Shin. He kind of got caught off guard because he got stabbed in the stomach by Sasuke's sword. It wasn't necessarily like an actual fight. Naruto even damn near even tried to use a genjutsu, I say, but people just said that, you feel me, that people just say that the Shin Uchiha clone seen into Naruto's was I forgot what it's called, but he basically just seen Karma and then he got scared. But nah, Naruto didn't really fight. It was really Sasuke and Sarada,
That's
stuff
what I'm
like
saying.
that.
He fought
Yeah.
the clones. Yeah, that's what the sensational say. He fought the clones. They ain't fight Shin.
But
I mean, okay, I understand. Wait, Sasuke fought him though, right? Sasuke, I gotta watch that fight over again. I had edited a clip and I used one of the clips from that fight and I didn't watch the whole thing. I
well,
gotta
here's
edit that fight again. Sasuke fight, because I only remember Sakura.
Sasuke fought. Here's where the meme started. Sasuke was out of chakra because he was coming from a different dimension. You feel me? Now, obviously, Sasuke was still giving him the work because it's Sasuke, but it wasn't necessarily as quickly as a lot of people wanted to. You feel me? Wanted to say it was, but of course, because of that, Shin Uchiha did hold his own. I could confidently say like he's one of the strongest Uchiha members, and a lot of people are saying it's Rob. He's a troll, so don't really listen to Rob. I don't know. My name is Robert. My name is Rob too. So you feel me? I'm gonna listen to him. Whatever he say
This
goes.
guy.
I agree with it. I might even start the campaign right now. Shin Uchiha the best Uchiha member.
I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna make this definitely a video saying Shin Uchiha is the best. So Shin would be stronger than my boy. Damn, how this, bro? I gotta stop smoking when we doing these things, bro.
You
Then
high right
my
now?
boy, yeah, of course. Then my boy Sasuke, Itachi. How did I forget Itachi's name? How do you? So Shin is stronger than Itachi. Rob,
Yo,
Rob,
yo,
Rob.
yo. Even before I knew that guy's name was Rob, that's still a debate.
I'm talking to you, Robert.
Yeah, even before I knew that guy's name, I know you saying Robert because you emphasizing that me and that guy we hear with it now just because we got the same name. But even before that, I always thought that Shun Chia may have actually given Itachi a run for his money. If you tell me that Itachi, well, if you ask me right now, would
Itachi, not
would
Itachi.
would Itachi present that big of a dilemma that Shun Chia caused Naruto and Sasuke? I don't know. And that's, of course, you got to take into account that Shun Chia had like dozens of clones with them and stuff like that. But even still,
Dozens of Sharingan. Now I'm playing. Yeah, he'll probably watch Itachi because they way stronger in that series.
whoa,
And he was
whoa.
like, he
Nah,
probably would. He probably
yo,
would, bro.
this right here about to get clipped.
Oh, you gonna cut this part out? He probably would though, bro. And I'm a Uchiha fanboy, bro. But he probably would. Who knows?
What I'm gonna say right now is that it's a discussion. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right. Why do you think that Shin would be Itachi? Will be a
Shinichia? Why do I think Shinichia would beat Itachi?
What would be your biggest argument?
The biggest argument would just be, well, I don't think an argument would do it justice just because of the sheer fact that Itachi, when it comes to power, when it comes to abilities, is insane. But just like the other stuff when I talked about, just like the other stuff that I talked about, there's a speed and strength threshold to where actual abilities matter. You see what I'm saying? Getting Sasuke, all that Shidori, you feel me? Two Tomo Sharingan, that meant absolutely nothing to Itachi just choke slamming him. You feel me? He didn't do anything. Like it meant absolutely nothing. So there's a speed and strength barrier. That's the only thing that I could potentially say. Naruto and Sasuke right now, when it comes to speed and strength, I'm gonna say low ball. They're equal to 8 Gates Might Guy. Well, back then with, of course, their Rinnegan and Karma respectively. Bare minimum, they're equal to 8 Gates Might Guy. And if Shinichia was able to I'm saying this like this. He wasn't necessarily able to react to their speed or anything like that. But it wasn't necessarily a blowout. Like I think 8 Gates versus Itachi would be a blowout. You see what I'm saying? Just off speed and strength. I think that right there would just.
Know, bro. They're so much stronger now, bro. We talking about middle of Shippuden, not middle of Shippuden, like middle of Shippuden.
But then on the Itachi side, pick up throwing down, you could easily point to the fact that Sasuke was easily able to destroy his weapons by just using Amaterasu on it. You feel me? And then Shinichia was completely, one of Shinichia's legs got completely chopped off by the Susanoo, but Sasuke Susanoo was a full blown Susanoo, and Itachi we really haven't seen a full Susanoo from him. But again, as I said, it's an argument, it's a discussion. You feel me? It's not necessarily like Itachi's gonna watch Shinichia or Shinichia's gonna watch Itachi. I just think it's a discussion.
Yeah. If he would have lived to be a little bit older, maybe, but we don't know that because obviously he died. But who do you think they got in that casket, bro?
Yo, a lot of people say it's going to be a clone of someone specifically from the Hidden Leaf Village, of a prior ninja. People are saying that because Kashin Koji essentially got data from the Hidden Leaf Village, got data from prior or previous ninjas from the Hidden Leaf Village. So I'm not
about that. I had to do that at you. I was like, bro, do you see how they like? From my text you, I was like, yo, you see how they like tie in the anime and the manga in together?
Yeah,
how they just was talking. Yeah, they just was talking about that. Him putting them in the cat or they conveniently put the dude in the robot that he's making, the cyborg that he's making, with that episode with Kashin Koji looking for data on ninja that they don't have like data in a computer base for. So he was looking for scrolls, like old legendary ninjas. So it has to be a legendary one. So if you can have your favorite legendary ninja that wouldn't be in the database, like their electronic database that they had to have a scroll on, who would you like it to be?
Nagato.
Nagato?
Nagato. I'm not.
I never heard that one before.
I'm not even gonna play with you. Yo, my favorite character, I always said this is a throw between Gaara and Pain. So if they have a chance to bring back Nagato, absolutely. But then again, Nagato isn't necessarily a Hidden Leaf ninja. So if you're asking me which Hidden Leaf ninja they're probably gonna bring back, I'd possibly say either Itachi or Hashirama. I think those two would be fan favorites. More Itachi because he has that connection with a character like Sasuke, and I don't know. I think you may have actually told me this, or someone in the comments. I'm not even sure. I had a lot of people. I talk Boruto with a lot of people, but they said whoever it was basically said because they had played on the hearts of Naruto by bringing back Jiraiya, they may play on the heart of Sasuke by bringing back Itachi. You see what I'm saying?
I heard that one too. Yeah, I heard that one too. That wasn't me who told you that though, but I heard that one too. I don't know who. I think it was a YouTuber who brought that up.
Yeah,
That was probably Ian who brought that up.
it probably was. Yo, I'm really bad at citing sources because I remember stuff. I remember points that people make, but I don't remember who made that
Who
point.
told you? Yeah, I do the same thing, bro. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, all
But
right.
no, I think Ian brought that same thing up, like the same way that you broke it down, how they played on the heartstrings of Naruto, so they're gonna play on the heartstrings of Sasuke. They kind of played on the heartstrings of Naruto, but do you think that they gonna bring back do you think they're gonna bring back Kashin Koji in a way? Because he
Yeah,
didn't die, he's still alive.
yeah. I think they're gonna bring back Kashin Koji. I definitely do. He's as you said, he's still alive. But I still want to talk about the mystery one. People are saying Madara. Well, here's the thing about Madara. You bring back Madara with,
think so.
with Naruto as the Hokage, they probably gonna be looking at Madara like, yo, what the hell are you doing,
The hell you
partner?
doing? Yeah.
What are you doing?
I mean, no matter who he bring back, they probably gonna be like, "Who the fuck? What are you doing?" But yeah, that one, bro. They're like, what? Are
Yo,
you serious?
imagine a panel of Sasuke, Naruto, Shikamaru, some other high rank Tamari and stuff like that, and Amato. I mean, not Amato. Yeah. Whoa, is it Amato or out? No, I'm bucking. It's Amato. Amato walks in with literal Madara. Like, it probably gonna be
Bro, they be
bugging,
looking
bro.
at him like Smokey and Smokey and Ice Cube, looking back like, "What the hell?"
Exactly,
Seriously,
yo.
bro.
Bro,
This is what you brought back?
exactly, partner. He could have picked from anybody. He brings back Madara. Like, nah, partner.
Facts, bro. But I think that Nagato, I don't think it's going because like in the casket he has a lot more. Like I know people is I don't know if it's BS to bring up like how it looked in like the silhouette in the casket or whatever it is. What do you
No,
the container? Sorry, the silhouette. The silhouette they had. The dude had kind of long hair, so I'll go with Hashirama.
yeah, it's completely accurate to bring that up. But what I always caution people with is Kashin, Koji, and Jiraiya have very different hair. You feel me? The texture is different. The length might be the same, but the texture is different. So
That's facts.
if
That's
they
facts.
have, yeah, so if they're able to change the texture of the hair,
Facts.
I think all you feel me, all arguments regarding the hair goes completely out the window, bro. If they bring back a bald Shinobi and say he grew hair, I wouldn't be surprised.
What are they talking about in the chat, bro? Smoking ice cream.
I don't know, but yeah. So,
Bro, all right, whatever. All right, go ahead.
but yeah, one of the questions that I did ask, I asked, could Itachi have surpassed Madara? You feel me? If he didn't get sick, Sensational said he thinks that the sickness had something to do with his blindness. With his blindness, it's possible. What do you think about that? Do you think Itachi could have surpassed Madara if he hadn't necessarily gotten sick?
Could have surpassed Madara if he didn't get sick. I don't think so because Itachi was as strong as he got. I mean, that begs the fact that if Itachi wouldn't have died, like, I mean, yeah, he was sick and his sickness killed him. But if somebody didn't kill him off and he lived, I think Itachi would have been smart enough to know that it was Obito was out there. Like I think he knew something about Obito. Like he would have known something about Obito and got stronger. So as far as beating Madara, I don't know if he would have beat Madara or surpassed Madara, but he probably would have been close enough, and he would have been a good asset if he would have made it to like to the end of the war or to the war at all.
I see what you mean. Yeah,
And he would have been able to teach Sasuke some shit. So I don't know, but then that would have nerfed Sasuke in a way because how would have Sasuke got his eternal? So I don't know.
Yeah, I think it goes. I think it goes both ways. I think one of the best ways that Itachi could have potentially surpassed Madara is by taking Sasuke's Mangekyo Sharingan. Even though
So just erase Sasuke out the whole picture. Yeah. So if Sasuke
Yeah.
wasn't in the picture, then hell yeah.
yeah, so Itachi with Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, I couldn't even imagine. Full Susanoo Itachi, bro. Come on, partner. I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, bro. He would have definitely surpassed Madara in that way because he was Like Sasuke was a genius, but his brother was a step above him though. So
Hmm.
of course, yeah, he would have surpassed Madara, bro. Like Madara would have been a piece of cake to him, I think, if he would have got to that point.
Yeah, bro. Yo, the Tsukiyomi that Itachi had with eyes as bad as he had, bro. I'm telling you, bro. He was so blind he couldn't even see. You feel me?
That's right.
Yo, I'm
Somebody said Itachi was weaker than Obito. He's not even surpassing Madara.
see again. We don't know how strong Prime Itachi was. Like you looking at Obito, grown man Obito, 30-year-old Obito. You tell me right now that Itachi wouldn't have got stronger hypothetically if he was completely healthy at age 30 than he was at age 19. I'm telling you, he would have got a lot stronger. So again, you might look at, hey, Obito was stronger than Itachi, but think about it. Itachi was 19. He's still a teenager. That's a kid right now.
You don't think that? All right, so then for him to surpass Madara, he would have had to off Obito in some type of way because he wasn't going to listen to Obito how Sasuke listened to Obito. He wasn't going to be able to pretty much do that talk no jutsu on Itachi like he was able to do Sasuke. So Itachi would have had to find a way to kill Obito in order to surpass Madara because Obito would have took Sasuke out.
Oh, Saran
What
told
you
me
think about that?
Itachi was 21, but yeah. So now we're going too deep into it. I'm just saying, if everything broke right for Itachi, he would have been able to surpass Madara. Specifically when it comes to the intricate stuff, I mean, I think he would have possibly had to deal with Obito just because of the sheer fact that they had different ideals. Just like how Obito eventually was going to have to deal with Nagato if Naruto didn't beat him. Like, so things happen, but if you just ask me on a balance of probabilities, if Itachi could have possibly surpassed Madara if he didn't get sick, I'd probably say yeah.
Oh, I would give him. Yeah, if you're gonna wrap it up at that, then yeah, I would give it to him that he would have surpassed Madara because the dude was a genius, bro. If he would have got the Eternal, bro, yeah, and if he would have got the Renegon,
Exactly. So
if he would have had one Renegon, bro.
So that'd have been crazy. I mean, like we seen what Itachi was doing with that decrepit eye when it came to Tsukiyomi. Imagine you give him Eternal
Mm-hmm.
Mangekyo Sharingan and the Renegon. Imagine
Mm-hmm.
that Genjutsu. My goodness, he probably put an
What if he's the
Otsutsuki
one
member in the
there?
Genjutsu.
What if he's the one in a What if he's the one in the casket? Do you think they will bring him back?
Yeah, it's possible they bring
Fan favorite.
Itachi back. It's possible. It's definitely
Favorite.
possible. Yeah, what we know, if they bring Itachi back, he surpassed Madara. that Cyborg has already surpassed Madara.
Barry
Just off the,
Yamo versus Demon King Meliodas.
I don't even know who Demon King Meliodas is, partner.
You don't
I'm
watch Seven Deadly Sins?
I am a God fearing Christian. I am not watching a show called Seven Deadly Sins. What are we doing here? But no. I haven't watched it. I might watch it. I might watch it. I recently asked a lot of people what anime should I watch. Some people did request that.
Seven Deadly Sins is cool. I like Seven Deadly Sins. I haven't finished it though, so I can't give you an answer on the ending. I did read some of the manga, but they started losing me when they started getting into. It started feeling like Dragon Ball Z when they introduced the power scaling. Like when they be like, "Oh, your power level," or not. Sorry, not power scaling. Power levels. His power level is 236. They started adding that into Seven Deadly Sins. I'm like, really going this route? So they kind of lost me when they started getting into that, but they left it alone, like how Dragon Ball did after a while. So it's, I mean, pretty good show. It got a dope ass like backstory to it. So
Uh,
and the fights is elite. I'll give it that. The fights is elite. Like Meliodas versus I can't remember dude's name. He's like immortal or whatever. When they fight, bro, them shits, man, fights is epic. I'll give it that.
okay, that's decent. That's decent. Yeah, I gotta catch up with some other anime out there. Yo, I know this right here doesn't have anything to do with anime. I might lose some viewership, but I know you a fan of Vlad, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Did you see the Vlad and DJ Academics podcast?
Nah, I didn't know they do it on DJ Academics podcast.
Yeah, they recently like they he released it today. It was like a 3-hour podcast. It's crazy.
Nah, I'm gonna have to tune into that today. Nah, I didn't know they did the podcast together. Like the
Yeah,
last one I saw was him and Soldier Boy.
yeah, yo. So I was actually listening to it before I hopped on here because well, technically I had to stop because my headphones died when I was on the road. So I came in. So yeah, I'm like 2 hours through it.
Oh shit, I'm gonna have to tune into that. What are you
Yeah.
talking about on there though?
A whole bunch of stuff, bro. I never really watched Vlad, so it was like a learning experience for me. I didn't know who he was. Well, I knew who he was, but I never really watched him. That was cool. It was a cool experience.
Really? You
Yeah,
never
it's
knew
cool.
that? You never really watched Fly? That's
Nah,
crazy. I
nah,
thought
but
everybody watched Vlad, bro. Like I tried to like stop watching them for a while because they was trying to blackball him for some weird shit. But I was
nah,
like, man, that ain't shit ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm still watching. His shit is interesting.
nah. I watch academics, but not Vlad.
Yeah, AK cool. Vlad, I like him because he interviews more than just hip hop people. Like he'll do interviews with like old mobsters and like
Yo, yeah, they
OG
was talking
gangsters and
about it on
stuff
the
like that.
podcast.
Yeah.
Yo, chat.
Okay.
This man sits down with actual certified killers, like
Killers.
people who's hitmen. You feel me? I'm like, hey, yo,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that's facts. That's
like,
facts.
like,
He
nah.
be asking them questions about who they killed and stuff like that, and how they killed them and all this. Because these are people who already been convicted of the murders and stuff like that, so
Hmm.
they can go ahead and talk about the experience. They can't be tried again for it, so they sit there and talk about the murders. But that's why I think Vlad is pretty interesting. That's
Wait.
what.
He pulling
What's
up to
up?
the maximum security prison.
Nah, he ain't pulling up to no maximum
Oh,
security
I
prison.
thought they
These
had my.
people who
Oh,
Nah, bro, nah. That's all right. So like, it's like he'll be like interviewing like Italian hitmen and stuff like that, or old gangsters that used to sell drugs, or nah, cause he had like some old, like some black dudes on there too that was like old gangsters back in the past that had bodies and shit, but
uh,
they got let out of jail probably like after like 20 years. They get let out of jail. And they can tell their story because they got convicted of the murders, and either they pled out or something like that, and they didn't get
uh,
life and double life or all that. Or you got like people who like Ricky Ross, who was in jail, was supposed to be in jail for life, but he somehow found the way in a loophole through his criminal the way that they prosecuted him for
uh,
him to get free. So he free. He was supposed to do life in prison, but
mm,
he actually found the way. He was reading books and stuff like that. He would say he was illiterate before all this, and he the Palomero Mafia. I don't know. I know he interviewed some dude named Ruggiano recently that he was an old mafia dude and he was talking about killing his stepbrother. I'm answering to somebody in the chat.
yeah.
But so he do stuff with all types of people, bro. But these are
Yeah.
people who are already free though. Like I know that he like do jail calls with some people,
Uh,
but he can't. I don't see that as often.
I see what you mean. I got tune into some of his stuff, partner, especially that hitman stuff. That stuff like that. That stuff like that interesting to me. You feel it?
Like he interviewed what's his name? Young and Ace. Young and Ace. Remember he got shot up in the car with his brothers and stuff like that?
Oh yeah. I think I seen a clip of that on Instagram or something like
Yeah,
that.
him and like four of his boys, and I think it was like three of his boys and his brother was in the car, and they shot the car up, and his two of his boys, all three of them died in the car, and Young and Ace was the only one who survived. So he interviewed
Yeah.
him about that, and he thought about the whole. So like he interviewed some interesting ass people. He asked some interesting ass questions. That's why I tuned into Vlad. Like when he was asking me, he was like, "Why don't you just throw the whole podcast?" And I was like, "Bro, I'm trying to do it Vlad style." He cut
Yeah.
everything. Like he'll do like a 2 hour like not podcast, like an interview, and cut it up, and just put the most like interesting parts out and just throw a title in there. So that's why I do that on the podcast.
I'm not gonna lie. I really like that podcast because academics. Well, first things I told you I watch academics a lot, but a big thing about academics is that he talks. You feel me? Ownership and business and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
when he starts talking to Vlad about his business, Vlad talking about he upload 9 videos a day, 8 to 9 clips a day. I'm like, hey yo,
I wish I was that consistent, bro.
I didn't even upload today.
I wish I was that consistent. Yeah,
I mean,
bro. Vlad, he does, bro. He does. He's not lying. Vlad upload like 8 times a day. You'll see. That's why I subscribe to him, like, cause he keep you entertained. And you'll see different shit. He interview different people.
Partner,
I say you should tune in.
yeah, I'm definitely going to. I'm definitely going to watch a bit of his stuff.
And a
But
lot of dead rappers too, like a lot of rappers that that died. He interviewed them, bro. Like he got like man, FBG Duck, how they doing that. Another thing, have you been tuning into that O Block indictment?
nah, what I seen academics talk about it on the stream. I know a bit about it. But yeah, you feel me? I haven't necessarily been too deep into it, like in terms of like knowing exactly what the situation is. I know there is like a YouTube page that basically told everybody what happened like a year ago. You feel me? And everybody that he named, they basically said was involved with it. They locked them up.
Are you talking about King AK-47?
All right, bro. I don't even know it. I don't even know the name of it. I
Yeah,
ain't
all
gonna
right.
lie.
So, because I be watching hip hop YouTube channels, but the basically what happened with that situation, I know this is like leaning off of the Boruto commentary, but we already had
I,
leaned off of that
shit,
already.
I want to
Probably
reel it
gonna
back in, but
talk about
we
we gonna reel
started.
it back in. We gonna reel it
Yeah,
back in after this. So, like, you never heard of the dude FBG Duck?
yeah, I heard him. Yeah,
All right, yeah, you know how Vaughn and them they was all dissing them and all that shit like that, right?
I
So,
don't know. I don't know about the
the dude
beefs.
so they was dissing them back and forth, and FBG Duck ended up dying in Chicago. And the reason why I tied that into the Vlad stuff is because Vlad to interview FBG Duck before he died, asking him why he don't move out of Chicago. And like I want to say like a year later or maybe like 6 to 8 months later, dude died in Chicago. He was saying giving all these reasons why he shouldn't move out of Chicago. Like, hey, I got people that rely on me. I know how to move in Chicago. If I move somewhere else, I don't trust people. Blah blah blah. And he got killed in Chicago. So
Yeah,
like the stuff like that, like that's why like Vlad is interesting because he brings up stuff like that and you know in his interviews. He'll keep on bringing it up though. It gets kind of repetitive and annoying, but
no,
it's
I
shit
see
like
what you
that
mean.
that's interesting as fuck.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's almost like No Jumper. How he interviewed X. He interviewed a bunch of people like that. You feel me?
Yeah, if I can compare him to anybody, it'd be No Jumper.
All right,
My
that's
boy
cool.
Adam 22.
Yeah, definitely. I watch Adam too. Not as
Yeah,
heavy
I
as
fuck.
not as heavy though, but yeah,
Nah, yeah, not as heavy, but I fuck with Adam though.
yeah, we back to the chat now. It's Meek said academics Instagram comments always got him crying. They roasted him about get your cheeseburgers. Yeah, yo, definitely, bro.
Bro.
Yo, them comments funny as hell, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that'd be funny as fuck. Hey, bro, you know who funny as hell, bro?
Cool.
You be on Instagram, bro. You be following Young Boy fans, bro. Young Boy got the funniest fans in the fucking
Yo,
world, bro.
yeah. Young boy fans be crazy. Yo, I kind of want. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I want to be like a Boruto troll like that. Anybody tweet something about any other anime on my timeline, I'm just be like Boruto better, bro. What are we doing here?
Bro, it's so
What are we
better.
doing here?
Make better anime.
Exactly. It's me. Why be better?
Facts. Hey, is me guy? Do he got a Discord?
I think so. Yo, it's me. Do you got a Discord? I think I joined your Discord. It's me, or that might have been Anime World. I'm not even sure. I know I'm in a Discord with you or something like that. I'm not even sure.
If you want to hop on, so we can just bring it back to board, so he can hop on right now if you want.
Well, he got. He got. I'm about to be off in about like like 20
Oh
minutes.
shit! How long
Miami.
we been doing this? Oh shit! We been doing this for 2 hours, bro.
Yo, it's me. It's me. You got my Discord, right? You could just join. Well, I'm gonna try to have you join. But Miami Heat play in like I ain't gonna lie, probably like a couple minutes. Like, Miami Heat play
Oh
at
shit!
at
Facts.
8 o'clock. Yeah, but I'm gonna try to.
Nah,
Oh,
yeah, we can do it next time then. Just let them know.
all right.
Give them a
True.
heads
True.
up.
True.
We can do a collab again.
Nah, he said.
But
He
yeah,
said.
bro.
Good. He said give him a couple minutes. I mean, if he, I'll definitely sit down for a couple minutes with my man. Say yeah, he could
All
join.
right.
All right, let me know
All
when
right.
you're ready.
You say you can do it now.
All right, true. I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to see what my guy. Oh, Meek. Imagine if this isn't even the correct Meek, partner. I ain't gonna
What the troll?
lie. Bro, I don't even know how to add the call. A nigga that started a completely different. I ain't gonna lie. But this how y'all know I don't know how to use Discord, bro. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know how to use Discord, bro. I'm not
You
even
gotta
sure.
go to add friends to DM, that little button at the top with the person.
You said what?
All right, so are you in a damn? I don't know how to explain it. Are you on the tech the
Partner,
our
I'm on
feed
I'm
right
on
now?
stream. I'm on stream.
Oh no, go to Discord, bro.
Nah, I'm saying I'm streaming Discord right now, so you could see what I'm doing.
Oh, I don't know how to stream Discord. I can't see it at all.
Don't go to
Hold on.
go to the YouTube
Oh
thing.
yeah, YouTube, yeah. I just got the chat up. I don't even got the YouTube up. Hold on. I gotta play it. Shit, hold on.
He said, "Bora, click the thing up top that has a person with a plus by it."
Yeah, there you go. The plus by it right there.
Ah. My guy Meek got an answer though.
I can't play it and listen to it at the same. Oh, he on it now, huh?
I ain't gonna lie. Meek not even online.
It said he right there. Oh, you trying to call him? Oh, okay, okay. I see.
Yeah.
I'm saying he not online. Okay, I got you. Bro, I was listening to the stream and you at the same time, and I was so fucking confused.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, in the meantime, while my guy getting his Discord right, I want to be like one of the Boruto comments, so I could ask my guy Meek some of the questions, some Boruto questions, see what he thinks about it. Speaking of,
Hold up.
yeah, I
So
might,
wow, you're really bad at this.
bro. I'm a boomer, bro. I am 24, bro. I'm a boomer.
What? Yo, bro. Hey, never mind. Because my little cousin, I be saying here like, bro, for real, you don't know how to use a computer, my dude. Like, come on.
Yo, it be like that, partner.
21 years old, bro. You should know how to. I thought you had niggas how to use a computer way better than anybody.
It be like that. Yo, I didn't even like my own video. Yo, my video had 30,000 views. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, I ain't trying to flex on nobody, bro, but I ain't know.
Shut up.
My guy It's Meek said he heading back to his room, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to feed you some of these comments, bro. See what you think about what they talking about, because they asked me a lot of stuff. Matter of fact, this right here would be a better video to choose from. Oh,
Damn,
my bad,
imagine
y'all.
if you would have live streamed on your main channel, bro. We wouldn't be able to see the comments.
Hey, you never know, partner. I'm happy for 11 viewers.
Nah.
Right.
Hey, nah, that's cool. I'm saying that they like real active in there for 11 views. But if you would have hopped on your main channel, you got 60K. And see that you was live streaming. I promise you, I'm telling you, if me and you wouldn't have connected, and I would have just been watching your videos like I normally do, I thought you was live streaming. Oh, he on.
Oh, that's it's Meek right there.
Yeah, but yeah, if you was live streaming, I would have hopped on, bro. I'm telling you. So I know you would have had Matt. Like we would have been at least at probably 1K.
Definitely. Yo, so it's Meek. So
What's
again,
up, bro?
same thing with Naruto explained. I don't know what to I didn't know what to call him. Do I call you by your actual name, or do I just say it's Meek? You feel, or is your name Meek, like Meek Mill? Meek
Yeah, I
Mill?
go by Meek. I go by Meek. So my real name is Mikat, but like it's so hard to say. So I just tell people, yo, just call me Meek. And like
okay.
I've been going by that like for a long time, cause like my real name is like impossible to say unless you're like Brown or some shit.
Yeah. So you
What
actually
kind of content do you do? My bad, Laura.
I make Boruto content. I review
Oh, where
Boruto.
I'm a subscribe. I'm a subscribe.
Yeah, it's me. Cool.
Yeah,
So
I've been you can keep going. What's up?
now I was gonna ask you where you from, because you said Brown. So I'm wondering.
Oh, I'm from New Jersey.
You're from
Yeah.
where in New Jersey?
I'm from Cherry Hill. That's like 5 minutes away from Philly, but I'm in Newark right now.
Damn.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I'm
That's
in college
crazy,
right
bro.
now. I go to NJIT.
Guess what bar
Oh yeah, I'm in Newark.
Oh, shit. That's nice.
Well,
I'm from Elizabeth.
Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, I've been watching you guys' podcasts. That shit is fire. Like
Oh,
when I'm doing like my homework, like it popped up on my recommended. I was like, oh shit, Bar B and Free Game, you guys would like made a podcast together. So I was like, yo, let me check it out. And you
Yeah,
guys be talking a lot, and be like, he's nice, cause there's not many people like talk about Boruto and shit like in like this YouTube space. You know?
partner.
In podcast format. That's why I was like, we should do it. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. He was real quick to say, let's do it. I was like, all right, cool. I thought I was going to have to
that's lit.
convince him to do it. He was like, yeah, let's do it.
All right, well, cut the malarkey, bro. It's Meek being way too generous. It's Meek be on Twitter arguing with everybody on the Spaces thing, bro.
Yes, sir.
I be want to join sometimes, but I be too busy. So one of the times I'm gonna join and get to some of the debates that you guys be having.
I'll be just holding like discussions because like on Twitter, when you like talk to people, it's like through text and like I don't know, you can't really convey your emotions like that when you talk to people about like certain anime and shit. And like
What was the
I don't know,
argument
talking
you
to people,
had?
it usually be like power scaling and shit, like like what character's stronger than the other, shit like that. And people be getting serious, man.
Oh, yeah,
like for example, like people saying like Madara beats Kaguya and shit like that, bro. It gets heavy.
How?
I don't know. I don't know. Like,
Yep. No, this
I
is
just,
good.
I just, every time I hear stuff like that, I just be like, how?
Yeah,
How
I
did
know,
it-
right? It's so funny because like if you just like think about it, you'd be like, yeah, Kaguya wins pretty easily, you know. But people
Yeah.
be coming up with like the craziest like people be writing like 25 tweet threads on like why Madara does this and like Kaguya can't do this. It's like, oh my god, like come on, son,
Yeah,
like.
I'm
What was
pretty
the
sure.
craziest response you got from that? My bad, bar.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Wait, what'd you say?
What's the craziest response as far as how Madara can be Kaguya? Like what?
Oh,
What's
someone
the,
straight up said like Madara speed blitzes. He's too fast, and I just laughed, bro.
what?
Like, yeah, I know. Like, I usually don't like I don't block people on Twitter, but someone on
Hmm.
Twitter told me like Black Zetsu is stronger than Madara, and I laughed so hard, cause like, I
Oh
don't know,
wow.
man.
Okay.
Yeah, it is really bad on Twitter, man. Like, I've been
Yeah.
I took a break for like 2 weeks just to, like focus on myself, cause Twitter getting hella toxic,
Yeah,
It's
man.
toxic,
yeah.
bro.
Didn't you tweet out that you was taking a break? I didn't even. I
Yeah, I
completely
took a
forgot
break.
about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I occasionally come back here or there and just like check on like Boruto spoilers from like Abdul and shit.
Mhm.
But for the most part, I'm just chilling.
Oh,
Even when it's not anime, that shit is toxic, bro. When you
Yeah,
talking about other shit, it's toxic, bro. I be having
well,
to
yeah.
take a break from Twitter too.
well, no. I like this. I like this. So, where do you get your spoilers from? Because
Organic Dynasty.
yeah, that's a good going. The reason why I asked this is because I don't know how and I don't know why, but I think Abdul and Organic Dinosaur are beefing.
No, they definitely beefing. They going crazy, man. Like, bro,
Why you
I'm
think
in a
they
group
beefing?
chat with like I'm in a group chat with like a bunch of other Boruto fans, and there's another person. You know who Jackson is?
Yeah, Boruto for life.
Guy.
My dog. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's beefing with Abdul as well, and yo, they
Oh
talk so
my
much shit in
goodness.
that group chat, bro. It's crazy. Like, it's so bad. Like, I'll be watching for the sidelines, just laughing
So-
because there's
no,
so
no.
many translators and leakers fighting. Like,
Mhm. So
What are they fighting about?
that's what I was gonna ask. Yeah, what's the
I
beef
have no
about?
idea. I'm gonna be real. Like, it's more like credibility. Like, oh, you're stealing like my stuff. You're stealing my leaks, stuff like that. And it's just so petty, man.
I see.
It's
Well,
like-
I just want to state my opinion right now. I think all of them are great. You feel me? Organic Dinosaur is of course the queen of everything, but Abdul is great. Boruto for life is great. I like all of them. You feel me? But it's just crazy.
Yeah, they're all great people.
It's just crazy. Yo, I be on. I was just saying it's crazy because one day I was on Twitter and I'm just seeing Abdul and Organic Dinosaur going off on each other. I'm like, yo, we can't just all be friends. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, yeah, man. Like, you remember when they had Twitter fleets?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
like-
was talking about. It's going crazy.
Yeah, yeah. OD would like every day. Like back then, it was like a couple months ago. She'd be posting fleets talking shit about Abdul, talking about like, yo, these are my leaks. Only I can leak. You'd be stealing leaks from other people. And I'm like, yo, calm down. Like, I just find it so crazy. It's just like we're all consuming the same media eventually.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, either way, as I said, they're all good. But specifically though, when it comes to It's Meek, you feel me? How did
Yeah.
you start YouTube? You feel because origin stories
Yeah,
is
I
always
bet-
great. I didn't even ask Free Gaming about. Matter of fact, that right there is like a question I'd probably ask It's Meek if we had an actual podcast together. But rock out, answer it right now.
Yo, my story is crazy because, like, I know it sounds like super ironic, but if it wasn't for COVID starting, I wouldn't have a channel. Like when COVID hit, like I was in high
Same
school
here, bro.
and I was bored as shit. Like I had nothing to do besides talking to my friends on Discord. So I was like, fuck it, let me start a YouTube channel. And I was watching you and Naruto explain, and I was like, yo, these guys know what they're talking about. So I just like I rewatched Boruto, I reread the manga, and I was like, yo, let's start it. And I started making videos. And
How do you do your
I've been
videos?
grinding.
How do you come up with your concepts?
Say that again? I hear you.
How do you come up with your concepts for your videos? Do you just do like reviews or do you do like
Yeah, I do a mix of everything. Like I do
Okay.
reviews. Lately, I've been doing analysis on characters. I've been breaking down like abilities and characters and like where they come from, why they act.
Mm.
Because I feel like a lot of people, like especially on like Boruto YouTubers, not many people like do that. It's more or less just reviews. So
That's
I
true.
kind of bring like a unique side of it. I know like Naruto explained, he's been doing that a lot as well. So
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
seeing people do that as well. Like Swag Kage, for example, he has like a whole explain series. I've been
Mhm.
trying to do some shit like that with Boruto because like there's a lot of stuff in Boruto that a lot of people don't know about. They be seeing shit just like firsthand and they don't know like what it actually means. Like for
Right.
example, like when Borashiki came out, a lot of people didn't know what happened. So I made a Borashiki explain video, explaining like
Okay.
how it starts, how he fights, and like how that form came to be. And
Right.
a lot of people started. It got a lot of views and shit. So that's how like a lot of people learn about these characters because not many people like explain what they are. Just this character's strong or this character beat the shit out of Naruto and Sasuke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's definitely a place for that because, as you said, Swag Kage pretty much pioneered that when it comes to Naruto. When it comes to Boruto, a
Facts.
lot of people don't necessarily do stuff like that, especially me. Yeah, I'm gonna, I really, I can't lie. I don't remember the last time I made like an actual explained video and in depth actual review of certain things. I remember one time you uploaded a video. I forgot the actual title of it, but you were kind of detailing exactly what happened between Kashin Koji and Ishiki Otsutsuki, and it was like a
Yeah, yeah,
storyline thing. I believe you took a break and then you came back. That was the first video off the break. Bro, it was so
yeah.
good, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I sat down. I had to watch the whole thing probably like twice. I'm,
Damn,
I'm like,
that's fire, bro. Cause
yeah,
like, I mean, that was I called it the best fight in Boruto. And at
yeah.
least from a manga perspective, like the way it was broken down, the way the story was building up to that fight, that shit was so fire to me. Like I don't know, like no fight ever hit me that hard in Boruto when I was reading it. So like I just had to go in depth with it because when I ask people like, yo, what's the best fight in Boruto? People always say like the Momoshiki fight, the Jigen fight, Kawaki versus Garo, stuff like that, Baryon
Mhm.
mode. But like no one says like Kashin Koji versus Ishiki, and it's just a slept-on fight in the manga. And knowing how the anime adapted it, like I don't know, man, it's sort of frustrating to see how it was, but from a manga
You
perspective, it was so lit.
so
What
you
you
don't
saying?
think that the anime you don't think the anime portrayed it as good as the manga did?
For
Absolutely
sure,
not. Okay.
for sure. Like they did not, they could have done way better, in my opinion. Like
I
it could have been done a lot better, cause like Boruto's a weekly anime, so like, you can't give like crazy sexy animation to every episode. So you're
Mhm.
gonna have to sacrifice a couple episodes before. Like when the whole Baryon mode shit was going on, you had like 3 straight episodes of like fucking fire. Like it was just amazing, right?
Mhm.
But then like the fight before that, which was Kashin Koji versus Ishiki, like it looked pretty questionable in my opinion. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
Well,
so do you think they should have? Sorry to cut you off, Bar. Do you
yeah. Go
think
ahead.
they should have like fleshed it out a little bit more, or do you just don't like how they sequenced it?
It's sort of like both. Like in terms of like how it was animated, I just feel like it could have been done a lot better, man. Because knowing how they adapt fights and knowing how they expand it, like these fights in the anime, they look amazing, right? Coming
Right.
off like the Jigen fight, Kawaki fight, the Boro fights like that go insane. So to see like a fight that you've been waiting for like a year now, you're like, yo, I can't wait to see it, and then just see it like sort of like flop, it's frustrating,
Mhm.
man. But I mean, at least they made it up for like the Baryon mode shit when we got like 3 straight episodes of like fire with like
Yeah.
Baryon mode versus Ishiki. Like that shit was so heat, but you know, I kind of wish it was done a little bit better. I remember when that fight dropped, a lot of people were frustrated.
Yeah.
No,
Somebody said the main problem with the fight wasn't the animation; it was how it was structured.
well, I think it was
Yeah,
everything. I think it was the
yeah.
animation, how it was structured, the choreography.
Mhm.
I think personally, this is just me. I think it could have possibly it had the potential to be one of the best fights of all time in regards to the Naruto series. Because I remember even
Mhm.
introducing this when I talked about the spoilers and I was giving the spoilers to that fight. I said to this day, manga wise, a lot of people regard this as the best fight in the manga, even though we did see Barry Mode Naruto, just because a lot of people do have that emotional connection to Jiraiya. Kashin Koji obviously being a clone of Jiraiya, people want to see him fight not only a regular character, but the strongest villain that we've ever seen before. Now, it was interesting to see the dichotomy and how it was different between the anime onlys and the people who actually did see the manga. Because
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
it's
because
me.
I was watching like a
Mm,
lot of like anime only reactors like react to that fight, and they're like, "Yo,
exactly.
this shit is fire. This shit is gas. Yo, Ishiki's
Exactly.
a demon. Look at Koji." And I'm like, "Bro, read the manga. That shit hit way harder." And I don't
Exactly.
mean to sound like a manga elitist, but like when that shit happened in the manga, bro, I was jumping, man. Like when Koji got revealed, right? There was so much build up. There was so much hype, and when he got revealed, the chapter ended there, so we had a whole month just to think about it. Like, yo, Kashin Koji, a Jiraiya clone, and bro, people were so hyped for it. And seeing how the anime just like cut that sequence down into like one episode where we didn't get that same cliffhanger, that energy wasn't reciprocated well in the anime. So I that energy wasn't the same. That's why like I love the manga version so much. I
No,
even prefer it over like Baryon mode from the manga at least. Anime I
it,
prefer Baryon mode.
no, that 100%. I mean, I even tweeted out when it happened. I'm watching the anime owners react to it. They're thinking everything's crazy. A bunch of stuff is going down. We find out Kashin Koji is the clone. We see Ishiki Otsutsuki's first appearance. We see we see Kashin Koji into Sage mode. People going crazy. I'm like, you feel it? Everybody is wild, and I'm like, yo, it's good. So I was kind of trying to break it down during the review. Information wise, that episode was 10 out of 10. But what we thought was going to be animation, choreography, all that other stuff that goes into the actual fighting scene, that's where you see a lot of the disappointment. Now, the stuff, the content, as I said, it was impeccable, but just the fight, it didn't hit as hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Now, first things first. Saren had a couple comments in the chat. He basically asked me if I was gonna talk about the staff behind episode 222. I'm probably not, but also he asked another question specifically. He's basically a power scaling one. I'm gonna ask it's Meek this. Do you think that Hashirama would beat Jubito?
No, hell no. Because which Hashirama we talking about? Alive or Edo?
Alive.
Alive. I mean, here's the thing. If I remember correctly, the statement. I mean, this is pertaining Edo Madara, Edo Hashirama. In the Fourth Great Ninja War, Edo Hashirama, he looked at Jubito and was like, yeah, I can't fight that guy. That guy is just outright stronger than me. Now here's the thing. Is Orochimaru's reanimation jutsu, is it perfect? Like, is it, at that point, was it like 100% compared to alive Hashirama? Because if it is, it's like, he's definitely not beating Jubito. Because Jubito needed to get jumped by like all four Hokage,
they stated
Naruto,
that they
and
wasn't
Sasuke.
at their strongest.
Yeah.
I think it was stated that they weren't as strong as they were when they was alive, when they was reanimated. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's kind of tough to say.
Well, first thing, they were a lot stronger than what they were in Naruto, because we were seeing the third Hokage, you feel me, treating Hashirama and Tobirama like they was Konohamaru, but that's besides the point. Yeah, but that's besides the point. You know, I think
because when he was Edo though, he didn't have that nerf where he that stamina nerf. When he was alive, he had the stamina nerf. He couldn't really go all out if he wanted to. Like he can go all out, but not as long as he would like to. When he was Edo, he can go all out for as long as he wanted to.
Yeah,
so that's why.
That's the other give and take. Even though specifically when we talk about Naruto Shippuden, Hashirama, even though he wasn't necessarily as strong as he was peak wise, he had essentially infinite chakra. You feel me? And he can regenerate. So.
I mean, Hashirama was a demon, man. I feel like people sleep on him because like we got like 6 past characters and shit, but put him up against like Jubito, like, oh, that's a hard toss up because
they still try to take this guy's cells. Yeah, he was a monster.
Even
He's still in Boruto,
like 200 episodes later, we're still talking about Hashirama.
Hashirama cells, come on, bro. Yeah,
they going crazy, man. Like, I mean, people have this theory that like Kawaki has Hashirama cells inside his body because of like his regeneration and like the the swords he can form with his hands. It looks like wood style. I've seen people on Twitter tell me like, yo, Kawaki has access to wood style, and I mean
that would mean that that would mean that Delta would have had to too, because she did the same thing with her legs.
Yeah.
No, it's
definitely scientific ninja tools.
It's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. Well, speaking of cells being implanted into somebody, I know there was a theory specifically around, you feel me, the beginning parts of Boruto. There's a theory that potentially Mitsuki may have some Tonetti cells in him because he looks so much like Tonetti, and his sage
like him, yeah.
And his sage mode looks a lot like, you feel me, Toneri's chakra mode. Do you think it's any credence?
Can you do a video of that?
Yeah, I think
I
did.
Can you do a video behind that? I think so, yeah, because I saw somebody do a video about that
years ago.
Low key, like the way how Orochimaru designed Mitsuki, I definitely do think there's a connection with that, because here's the thing, I feel like Orochimaru, with him doing like all the research and shit for like hundreds of years, him wanting to know about like every jutsu, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like he's trying to like protect the leaf with like against like potential attacks from like the Otsutsuki clan, with him making Mitsuki, knowing that Orochimaru isn't powerful enough. He's like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's make a clone of myself with Otsutsuki DNA. So just in case, an Otsutsuki god or another Ichiki level threat comes in, I got Mitsuki. And of course, Mitsuki right now, he isn't nowhere near as strong as he can be. But in the future, I imagine like with how he's designed, I definitely do think like Mitsuki has some sort of connection to someone like Toneri, because like Bara, like you said, he looks just like Toneri when he's in his stage mode. There's definitely a lot of similarities, and I kind of think that like Mitsuki has some sort of connection. Like I definitely do think like Orochimaru's up to something when it comes to, like Mitsuki and like Log. That's why he has like another body, and that's why he was testing for stage mode, right? He was testing Mitsuki and like fighting Log just to make sure Mitsuki can get a sage mode. Like you remember how in the OVA where Mitsuki unlocked his sage mode for the first time, I think
And that was the
Orochimaru
OVA.
said,
I thought that was the
yeah.
episode on Boruto. I thought I didn't know that was the OVA. That's dope.
No, I'm pretty. No, it was an episode. It was an adaptation of like a light novel or a light chapter from Kishimoto, and like I think Orochimaru said like, "Yo, this is like the 6th try or something for Mitsuki to unlock his sage mode." So he's definitely been doing like trial and error to create a clone that powerful. So I imagine that he has some sort of connection, and I've seen this theory like all the time on like TikTok. Like, yo, Orochimaru is working to fight against the Otsutsuki clan just in case of like a potential invasion. He's working ahead of time instead
That's
of.
what I was going to piggyback off that and see what you guys think that they was going to use, because they have to use Mitsuki in some way, because they've been hinting at that sun and moon thing with him and Boruto. They haven't really brought it up really too much recently, but that was like really big at the beginning of the Boruto series. So like, do you think they're going to completely drop that, or you think they're going to do something with Mitsuki involving Boruto and like maybe his pure eye and sage mode, or like, do you think that like what connection do you guys think that's going to build in the future? Do you think Mitsuki's going to play a big part in Boruto, or you think he's going to get dropped to the sideline like a lot of other characters?
No, I think he can. Well, it all depends on what the writers want. But me personally, I think he's definitely going to be a part of the core storyline. I think when it comes to their specific relationship, I don't necessarily think that they're going to dive extremely deep into that. I feel like they're probably right now they want to flesh out the Boruto, Kawaki, and Naruto dynamic. So until after we see that actual fight with Boruto and Kawaki, you feel me? They're probably just going to focus in more on Kawaki. But I do want to ask y'all a question. When it's all said and done, because we talk about Mitsuki, you feel me, having that Otsutsuki connection, do you think that Mitsuki, well, who do you think would be stronger, Mitsuki or Kawaki?
I definitely do think it's gonna be Kawaki, considering that he's like Boruto's rival. Like, if he's like the Sasuke equivalent, he's gonna have to be at least equal to Boruto in terms of power. Or relative to the.
I think Mitsuki will give him a run for his money though if he can perfect the stage mode.
I definitely do think in the future we're gonna get like a Kawaki versus Mitsuki fight, and like that's gonna go crazy.
I hope so. I hope so. Well, a couple more things. Well, first things first, 8:00, Miami Heat, probably playing about 5-10 minutes. So I just want a couple of quick things. First things first, I'm looking at It's Meek's channel, and I always like to do this with a lot of YouTubers. And, it's crazy because I have still never really done a lot of the stuff that I do with YouTubers with Free Game or Naruto Explained. But your most viewed video is OMG Naruto unlocks a new god form. Did you, when you were actually editing that video, did you think that would be your most viewed video?
Nah, bro. Ironically, that's the first time I ever made a spoiler video. That's like my 10th or 12th video, something like that.
1,000 views,
and that like blew up. That went crazy. I remember like 2 days it got 100K views, like that. It went insane. I went from like 100 subscribers to like 1.5K in like 2 days. Yeah. And so what's crazy is that I just hit 100 subscribers that same day I uploaded that video. So it was just a crazy jump. Yeah.
So is that about Baryon mode, or
yeah,
I don't mean to spoil your video for everybody. Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I ain't gonna lie, it was a very good time. I think we did it 2 hours and 30 minutes, something like that. Well, for my stream, 2 hours and 30 minutes. But as I said, my Miami Heat about to play. We'll probably do this again sometime. It's me. Hit me up. Let me know when you're gonna come back on the podcast.
Yeah, for sure. I'm down for whatever, man. Just hit me up when you're doing this shit.
When the next time you want to do it, Bar?
I ain't gonna lie. You know how my schedule works. Sometime next week for sure. Sometime next week. I'm gonna try to stay with one podcast a week, probably more. At least one podcast a week. All right.
That's all I figure.
That's cool, man.
That works out.
All right. Well, I'm probably gonna live stream more on this channel. So if you guys want to join Discord, if I'm live or something like that, that'll be cool. But
for sure,
man. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have to subscribe to this channel.
All right.
I'll subscribe to yours because yours look interesting as hell. So I'm gonna subscribe.
Thank you, man. I just came out from editing a video, so I'm
Yeah.
probably dropping one tomorrow.
In the It's Meek sweatshop. I see what you mean.
All right, bro. You about to hop in the sweatshop too?
Nah, after the
Hey, you
video,
had to
probably.
go break. Hey, I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. I'm holding you. You had to take a break too for one day when that when the episode came out with the last episode that came out. You dropped the video the next day. You usually drop it the same day. What happened, bro?
Well,
Damn.
You
Well,
wasn't in the sweatshop, bro.
Not
What's up?
consistent enough, bro.
no. Well, it's very simple explanation. I'm a New York Giants fan. The Giants won.
Bro.
The
Sorry, oh my god.
Well, we might have completely different expectations for the Giants right now. I want the Giants to lose. So when we
You want to jump?
Oh, shit. My dad is a huge Giants fan. That's crazy.
yeah,
I know
so
Naruto explains a Giants fan. Like, I
Yeah.
tweet at him sometimes, like, yo, what's up? Like, how
Yeah,
we
yeah.
doing?
yeah, so but even when we won, you feel me? My homies, we all you feel me? They clowning me in the group chat. My Giants friends, you feel me? We kind of celebrating, kind of not. But it was a busy day that Sunday. You feel me? Like that.
Yeah.
If
I
we-
feel you, man.
If we
Like,
beat
yo,
the
where
Chiefs,
Bar at? I didn't see no upload about this episode at all. Where he at? And he not in
No,
the
son. That's
This
tough.
dude wasn't texting back or nothing. I was like, yo, he depressed? He still here? He alive? What's going
bro,
on?
I may have been depressed. I was kind of depressed, kind of excited. I'm still a Giants fan at heart, but I want us to lose. So I want that draft pick. We got the Bears pick too. But all right, y'all. Miami about to play. All right, y'all.
All right, bro. Hey, have a good day. It was nice meeting you, mate.
All right.
That's me.
All right, y'all. It was a good stream. You feel me? Sorry I couldn't get to every single comment podcast. I don't really want to cut my podcast mates off, so I had to let them finish. But I want to thank you guys for actually joining the stream. It's been a crazy stream again. I'm probably gonna stream more on this channel or not. This is all new to me. This is my second stream, technically my third stream, but second stream where it actually worked. But it's me, your boy Barry B. I don't know why I keep saying that. I always say that ending the videos, but I'm ending the stream. It's not like I don't know. It's me, your boy Barry B.